So the only thing that hasn't played out fully is SPY or SPX filling the rest of this gap and getting to the daily 9. Also, the negative dealer pressure we looked at on Kevin Green's post from this morning. 6880 SPX is the negative gamma level that we should go to next. So it's still another 10 points down. I'm doing great. I see a lot of ones in the chat. Let's go, team. A lot of ones in the chat. And a lot of the people in the chat, you guys were like, I mean, I was talking out loud, but you guys were kind of making the same comments. Trade's still valid. Everything looks fine. So I know most of you guys were like, you weren't just following. Most of you guys were taking your own trades, but you were seeing similar things to what me and the rest of the crew were seeing as well. Just a nice day across the board here. Boom. I see a lot of ones in the chat. Let's go, team.
Let's go, chat.
When did you go short?
Silver? Oh, that was the other thing. I had a fat W on that.
When did you go short on SPX?
With the puts?
Yeah. What time? We're on the chart. I'm wondering if we went in at the exact same time.
Oh, that was a prime time to sell spreads right there too on that low.
I did it at like 10:20 something the first time.
Oh, nice.
And then I got back in at, yeah, let's see. I got back in 10:52, 10:54.
That's when my entry is. I shit you not. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Here.
On the 1055 candle, back test rejection where I went short. Yeah.
Right here. Right here.
Yeah. The 1055 candle back test rejection on SPY and SPX is where I went short.
Yeah. So it was right here on this. On this candle. Because it like bounced here and came back up. And I started shorting it again right there.
Yep. Same.
And what I talked out earlier was, so ES, here's your IB low. And I said, look, ES took the IB low. You're going to get some type of bounce, which typically it does come back right to this 25% retracement level. And then like NQ hadn't done it yet. So I was like, okay, somebody probably looked at this and saw, okay, IB low sweep. And then they saw this candle and said, hey, let's get long. And if you scalped long for like a couple points, I get that. But since NQ hadn't done it yet, or QQQ, either way you want to look at it, I just figured, okay, look, one of them will do it and you'll get a little relief. And then the next one will do it. And if you look, NQ couldn't do it, finally did it. Look where my magnet hit. Look at this. Hold on. I drew this magnet forever ago. Look at that magnet.
Look at that.
It landed in the magnet.
Thank you.
Look, it landed in the magnet.
Take that shit.
Oh, that's awesome. And breakfast just showed up. It's the best.
Hell yeah.
It's a good
best day ever. Oh, huevos a la mexicana.
Oh,
look at that steam. You said steam coming off of it? Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh.
I know, I just had lima beans and ham.
So honestly, I'm thinking I could sell spreads now. I don't really need to.
I might open up.
Dude, I would have sold put spreads on that low QQQ.
That's what I was
still
thinking
think we
here.
can on SPX. I
could have got them
a tad bit lower, but
you might
that's my problem. Like, Because this so I looked at Jordy's system and said, okay, here's the fair value gap. It got into it, fell to wick back out of it, get out of it. So it should traverse.
Yeah.
Same place that traverses is to the daily 9, right there, 685.5. You
The
look
only
left,
issue is the time of day we're in now.
yeah,
So like I want it a tad bit lower on SPY. Like I wanted to sweep underneath 686, get down closer to previous month high. It's around 685.80. 100%. I'd love to sell put credit spread there. The issue is it's 12:30, and I would have to take to get decent premium a closer expiration, which increases the risk, which means I need to be picky with where I take it if I do try to catch it down here.
yeah. So that's I like in Q right there where it's holding. In QQQ. Here, if we go to the QQQ daily,
I was going to
I mean,
say,
it's right on the daily 9 and the 20-day. What I don't like is that SPY and SPX haven't quite got to the daily 9. If they did, I would feel much better about it. And if we got to that negative gamma level I posted earlier. Let me pull this up. This is what I was talking about. So you see 6880's negative dealer pressure. So that's basically access support. 6905 was intermediate. If you go to your SPX chart, I drew this box right here. That's that intermediate support.
Jordan, what
6900,
put credit spread did you take?
I'm in 616 puts. I got them at 12 cents. So on that drop, they spiked like 2 cents against me.
What strike did you? What was your other leg?
I did 607s.
Holy you did 616, 607?
Yeah, because I didn't want to fucking because I'm confident in those playing out, and I'd rather because all the premium on the buying the puts, it was like it was like to a point where I was like, it's too high. I don't need to do that, and I'm confident that these are not going to work out. So those were 2 cents at the time. Every other strike that was like a couple out that I would have, that's like a normal one that I would have bought. It was just too much premium that I know I'm going to lose it anyway. It's like, why give that up? I'd rather give up $2 a contract than fucking 6, 5, 4,
So you did, what is that? How many dollar wide is that?
Way too wide.
Like 8 or 9?
It's like, yeah.
You said you did 6.
If you're doing that in like your own brokerage, it takes a lot to fucking trade that spread.
Ooh, there's chili serrano in this.
Oh,
let's go. That first bite lit me up. Let's go.
Wake you up a little bit.
God,
I think the only strike I could enter into on this to sell it would be 6.
But that's the only reason I bought that put though, is because it was the like only strike that I'm looking at that is fucking not hella expensive. All the other ones were inflated, so I'm like.
But if I do 616, I don't know if I could do anything past a $4 or $5 wide spread. Doing a $5 wide spread, selling 616 and doing 611, I'll collect only 6 cents on the premium.
That was exactly my issue.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I know Knots does NDX. I think SPX is just
the move.
Yeah, because like earlier, I didn't even want to take these other ones because they were at 30, and I don't like taking. I think Knots was talking about it yesterday when I was listening to you guys do the credit spread class. But like SPX, I don't like taking them when they're less than like honestly $50 for the premium because I can do 10, and then I can max I'll make is $500. But if it's under that, then it's a little bit iffy. And this morning, I essentially did the gap fill, which was 69.30 on SPX. So I was like, what's the chances? We hold down here, reverse back upside, fill the entire gap, 69.30, 69.40. I was like, probably unlikely, but it's only at the time, it was still at 69.05. So I was like, man, it's, $25, $30 out of the money. I usually like to go, closer to like $50 out of the money at least. And I was only getting $30 on the premium. So I sized it down a little bit, doing the $10 wide spread. But the VIX though, we have a lower VIX right now. So
I see what Travel is saying. He said the wing on the spread doesn't matter that much, just a stop on the short leg in terms of risk. I mean, I agree. As long as you have the actual margin to be able to fucking do that many legs wide, right? That's the real issue, and that's where using a prop firm can help. But
that's
shout
the
out
other
Vanquish.
One too. Yeah,
but if you're in your own brokerage, you can't go that wide. Or most people can't, because it's just that you're not gonna have the margin to do that. And
so
like I would never, if I was in my own brokerage, I probably wouldn't have been able to take that. Like I have way too much on margin.
So let me do this right here. If I sell, I would have to do 50 contracts.
That's what I did. I had
50 contracts.
That's like my normal position right now. Well, that's only because I'm trying to fucking.
So on Webull, I'll do this for an example. So it's the reason why I don't do super wide spreads whenever I do SPY Qs or SPX. Doing the QQQ $5 wide spread right now, selling 616 and buying 611, a $5 wide spread. I do 50 contracts, right? I can collect $300. All right, overall. The buying power used for that trade, though, $24,700.
Yeah, you're not risking that, but like still, you have to have that.
What's the risk?
Do that, you know,
you're utilizing a lot of your. I would be utilizing
you're
much
risking
money.
200, or Casey's probably risking what 300% usually do, right? Like I'd be risking 200% of. So instead of $300, you'd be risking, like you're looking for $300, you'd be risking $9.
Yeah, max.
Wait, tell me. I want to put this. So it was a spread. Let me go.
Yeah, I'll just do single. It's fine. You can just do single.
No, I want to see the spread. So you're doing what?
616 and 611, 0 DTE vertical spread on QQQ.
Okay.
It should be like $6.
615.
616, 611.
Oh.
Yeah, $5 wide.
Look at this. Hold on.
Drain the premium, please. I want these put spreads at fucking 0.
Oh, I can't. I can only go 4 wide on Vanquish. But if you sold,
you can do it yourself though. If you go to single contracts, you can choose them many wide as you want.
Yeah.
So,
and like, let's say if we did 10.
I'll let M finish this.
Max profit 380, max loss 3620. But you can obviously set your.
Yeah, you're not.
I just wanted to see what this looked like. So if I did 615, 619s, which I don't think you can do 619s unless you're just positive that's low day right there. But still, you can collect 380 and risk. I mean, I'd probably risk 1,000.
So,
all right, I just wanted to see what that looked like on the platform.
Another thing too with that, Jordan, and it's the reason why I started moving to SPX and stopped doing SPY and Qs, because when you have to do like 40, 50, 60 contracts to try to get that amount of money, not only are you going to use a lot of your buying power, if you decide to sell that position plus 50%, 60%, because of the amount of contracts that you have, the amount of fees that you're going to pay per contract on your brokerage as well. So even though you're going to be up some money on your SPY and Qs puts, the fees for all of those contracts you're going to pay to close it out, it's going to take that money away.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about this as well. If you take it from 6 and you take it down to 2, right? So you're up, whatever that is, 60, 70%. You have those 50 contracts. If you decide to close out all 50 contracts at 2, right, and you're up 60, 70%, that means if you close them out at 2 for 50 contracts, you're giving up, essentially, instead of letting it expire, $100 worth of potential extra profit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're also going to pay fees and commissions for closing out 50 contracts of QQQ as well. Versus when you take SPX, right, these contracts earlier were 30. So I only have to take 10 of them instead. So I only have to pay fees and commissions on SPX contracts, only 10 of them versus 50 to close out the trade.
That makes sense.
So when you start getting to the point to where, and I think that's what Knots did, because Knots was constantly doing QQQ, but then he started sizing heavier. And if he wanted to size heavier, he had to buy a shitload of QQQ contracts. And you're paying so much more money in fees and having so many extra contracts when he could just take that same size, go to NDX, and now have less contracts to manage and pay less fees to exit the positions.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's going to come a time with your sizing to where you're going to probably end up making that switch outside of SPY and Qs and doing SPX and NDX. I can't do NDX. My balls aren't big enough for that. Knots is ridiculous with it, and he fucking crushes it. I'm too scared to do it, so I do SPX.
Rizzo trades NDX like straight up sometimes. It is
that's ridiculous. I don't understand.
You have to put in bids though, because the spreads are so crazy.
Dude, the spreads can be $300 wide. Your bid could be $2,100. Your ask could be $2,450. Like, it's ridiculous.
This is a good point here as well.
It's crazy.
You don't have an assignment risk on the indices, so it's just literally it's cash settled.
Correctamundo. And also SPX gives you
the tax treatment's different.
Yep. So taxes as well on SPX will be handled a lot better than trading SPY or Qs. So there's a lot of benefits, in my opinion, if you're gonna do the 0 DTE credit spreads at some point, doing SPX. I trade SPX options based off of my SPY chart majority of the time. But there's a lot more benefits to SPX versus SPY when it comes to this. Look at eBay. eBay a high a day, baby. It wants 87 today. I'm telling you. Who's trading this piece of shit? eBay. I wouldn't be surprised if one day I went to go trade it and they said it was delisted. I'd be like, okay. No one ever touched or traded this thing.
PB said, I guess that's the reason Vanquish doesn't have NDX.
Well, no, the spreads are crazy, and the margin that you would need.
I can do it on SPX on Vanquish, though, I believe.
Yeah, no, SPX. Yeah, I do SPX because that's what I understand more.
So, Casey, what I have to get used to if I go to SPX is, like, I'm so used to on QQQ SPY, like, every spread I'm getting in at around anywhere from 10 to 20 cents in between there.
Which is really good.
I have to get used to getting into spreads that are technically, like, more expensive, yes?
For SPX?
Yeah, because, like...
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So if you mark on your SPY chart in correlation to SPX to where you want to take the entry and where the stop would be, on the chart for selecting your strikes overall, if you look at the spread that you would take on SPY, utilizing the same strategy, looking at the chart, you don't want to go above this, whatever it is. On SPY, you're going to be like, all right, if I were to take that trade right now, options or premium for these options right now, I can collect 12 cents on the premiums. You take the same levels from SPY, but correlate it over to your SPX chart, and you go do that spread, you're going to be at like 55 or 60. So,
Okay.
So now instead of taking 50 contracts at 12 to make $600, you can take 10 contracts of SPX and make $600.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. So yeah, you're gonna get more premium. You're gonna take less contracts, but overall, the chart, technical analysis wise, it's still gonna be identical.
Heard that.
So yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit more, but you're gonna collect a lot more. Have less contracts, less feeds, tax benefits, just the whole 9 yards. Sometimes SPX can be harder to get filled than SPY.
Makes sense.
Because the spread could be $5 to $10 wide.
Peggy said he lost 30K on SPX spreads on Fed days. I was not able to close them. Robinhood.
I'll tell you, there's
very careful. Yeah,
that's the one issue right there in that sentence. Though you did it on Robinhood.
Yeah, that too.
Well, there's two issues. Yeah, there's two issues. All Robinhood. Robinhood, if you're trading spreads and complex stuff, I don't know that Robinhood's fully there yet for an active trader.
Not for spreads,
especially for like if you're doing like selling spreads on a like day by day basis. Like if you're selling, call spreads on something or put spreads on something like way out, like swing trade type of thing, like that would be different. But if you're doing it like on a day by day type of thing, like especially SPX, not on Robinhood. Number 2 is the Fed day, of course. You're asking for trouble on one of those.
I could tell you exactly where I was at the day that I took my last credit spread on Robinhood. And this is when I was at instructor school in law enforcement. I was on my lunch break and I got an alert that my credit spread was down 200%. And I tried to go close it and get filled. And I kept chasing a fill for 10 minutes straight. Eventually, I closed it for minus 600%. I lost about $7,000.
That's rough.
I withdrew the money before my lunch break was over out of my Robinhood account, and I have never used it since. I remember exactly where I was at and everything. It's just you're on Robinhood when it comes to credit spreads, especially if you're doing SPX on there. There's a reason why Robinhood doesn't charge you fees and commissions to open and close trades. It's because they're going to fuck you on the fills elsewhere at some point, and that's how they're going to make their money.
616 puts are at 50%.
Oh, eBay! Boom!
Boom!
New high of day.
We're doing good stuff here, aren't we?
Yeah, bro.
Like 651. Everybody that was on the stream with me this morning, that was full target. Full target right there. Boom, boom. Double confluence, 2 levels sitting there. Fib level.
I want to let these expire.
Pivot point.
I'm going to try and let them expire.
IB low broke. If you longed down there,
the rest will expire.
So if you longed on this IB break, this is your first target. If you were playing the sweep, this is your first target. This 25% retracement here. Your next target, I think, you'd go 730s again. Let's see where we're at. We got, yeah, basically. But if we go any lower than we just did, this is a waterfall.
Yeah,
it's another 150
low,
points.
QQQ previous week low, I think it's just underneath 618. IWM previous month high is underneath 249. SPY previous month high is 685.8. Those will all be next targets downside if we do break lows.
Here's what I have: 1, 2, 3 unfilled gaps below us on NDX. So at some point, I expect us to clean these up. There's actually still an unfilled gap from Thanksgiving week back here. We also, just to be fair, obviously we gapped down today and left a gap above us. This gap right here from December 11th to 12th, Thursday to Friday, this one we just filled on Friday, but we did not fill. There's one more upside gap that we still haven't filled. Obviously, SPX made a new all-time high. It filled all the upside gaps, except for the one it left this morning. I've got to go run the small cap show in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Good.
I'm going to go grab some lunch. I will be back shortly.
So I like Robinhood for like just investing, a little bit of swing trading, but not like active trading. For active options trading, I like Webull. Weeble's probably for me the most friendly, and then I like for Toss. I think Toss is really good too for certain things, but I'm a fan of Weeble. Now they're draining that put premium. Maria, I saw your comment a while ago. Was I out of my puts? Yes. So I closed them all 68.80. My other headphone die.
Emp, do you ever do live trading futures at night in your Discord? Nah, it's usually me and Emp texting back and forth, unless you do, Emp. I don't know. Emp will text me and be like, "I'm short."
Yeah, we'll be like on a little like work call thing, like getting some stuff done. I'm back.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, we're in a like Slack call, talking with each other, like figuring out scheduling and stuff for spaces and everything. And Emp's like, "Hey, I'm short." We're usually working. I'm trying to get out of Chamonix.
All right, I'm gonna have to pass for the screen, Maria. So here's my last fill. $3 on the whatever, $300, $3 on the SPX call or puts. I'm sorry, 68.80 puts. Here's all the fills. I think my average is like 1.7 or something on that. Let me clear this because I'm not trading anymore, but pretty solid, $930. Probably done for the day. And I am flat, so. All right, Jordan, I'm gonna pass you the screen here. Any
bet? Give me one shit. Bing bong. Or I guess I'll share this screen right now because this is where I'm actually at. Did I get out of any? I'm trying to get out of some of these. I need a spike though. I need a spiky spike. Mr. Clean Charts, you know it. You know, everybody talks shit on him, but you know. We all know I have the cleanest charts in the game, Joe. They just don't want to admit it. It's okay. No, spiked. Oh, I need these to go to 4 cents. Trying to get out of them at 4. Or out of majority of them at 4.
All right, I gotta go.
All right. Sounds goody.
I'll be back.
Heard that. ES looks weak. I like this 15-minute order block we just created. We'll change in the state. See if we can hold that. Where is that going to be here? 696. We need to hold that. Yeah, I need to indulge with the SPX spreads a little bit, like Casey was saying, because that's definitely something I'm going to have to deal with in the future, so I might as well get used to it now. But, to get started and to learn, it was nice to be able to do it on Qs and SPY. But as I continue to scale up, it just doesn't make sense to stay on Qs and SPY. I think Qs is another short here. Do you agree? I think, yeah, we could drop more. You can always drop more. But in terms of high probability moves, I think a lot of that's already over for the day. We could drop into this gap I have and drop to some of these lows if the market wants to continue selling off. But in my opinion, we've taken out all the session lows. All session lows have been traded to. We traded to the IB low, so we followed IB data, right? We took out IB low. There's not much reason to trade lower in the market, at least with confidence. The market can always drop more, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence for this market to really continue selling off personally. So I don't love shorts here, no, but it doesn't mean we can't drop and try and get into a new low a day. But I just think it's lower probability, way lower probability now compared to what we had this morning. If you asked me this, an hour ago, I would have said different because we still had IB data to drop lower. There was still, big reason to drop lower in the market. So now that that's gone, no, I don't love it. We'll look at Tesla though. Tesla on the daily has gotten hit a bit from those all-time highs, right? So we did take out those all-time highs. Beautiful. Couldn't quite trade to the 5 handle, which sucks, but I'm not really surprised. It's exactly kind of what I expect actually now. Of course they don't give it to you, right? Of course they take it to like 499.30 or whatever and then drop it. Yeah, because everybody's sitting there looking for it. That provides liquidity to drop this market, right? So I think what I've done is I've marked the fib from the short-term high we made to the November 14th lows where we came from. And as long as we're holding that midpoint, I think everything's A-okay with Tesla. Ideally, we don't even trade to that midpoint and we'd hold this whole area here. That's what I'd like to see. But even if we wanted to trade to this halfback, that would be okay to me. So, yeah, I love my Tesla, but in reality, we knew that this could come, right? We got what we wanted from these lows into all-time highs. We know all-time highs are usually, for Tesla at least, can be a good shorting opportunity, and it was. So now it's just depends on how we hold on the dip, right? Now we have a gap that we created on the week that we can definitely go fill, but we're also trying to fill this gap previously from weeks ago. So there's a few different things going on with Tesla right now, but I still like it. I still think we can move higher. It's just all about how we handle this dip here. What are your thoughts on puts? On Tesla, Intraday, I'm not going to have confidence for that. Again, the moves have happened today. I have zero confidence for any directional trades going for the market the rest of the day. Spreads, different story. We're chopping around. My spreads are at over 50% right now. I don't have to worry about those too much here. I'm trying to get out of some and cover myself on some of the position. But I think the good opportunity for directional trades is this morning. And I think it's going to be a tough week the rest of the week. I don't think we're going to see the most beautiful price action ever. We might get a few days. We'll definitely probably get a day or two where it's pretty solid. But I don't think price action is going to be absolutely amazing all week. There's some people that are coming back thinking, oh, Christmas is over. People are going to come back. But no, majority of people are still on vacation, still in the holidays, doing their thing. I even think we can see a slow start to the year, unfortunately. I know that isn't a great thing to hear, but it's reality. We see it. I mean, we've seen it a few times the past few years. Things got slow. Last year, things got pretty slow before the big move down with tariffs. Do you see more room up for silver? Or wait, do you see more room for silver to drop? Let's take a look. Haven't looked at it much, but I know we dropped from those all-time highs pretty good. What's the is it? Look at the futures. It's a little bit better for me to look at. I mean, yeah, silver could drop more. What do we got? Do we have any weekly order blocks? No, we have no weekly order blocks. But we have a daily bullish order block here. I wouldn't mind if we wanted to drop into this order block. This daily bullish order block. We also have bullish fair value here as well. We're already tapping into another fair value gap here. I'd like to see us come into here if we could on silver. Doesn't mean we're going to. It's tough to read here on the first initial dip. Silver's been a monster, though. I wouldn't jump straight into thinking that this thing's gonna come crashing down. I mean, the people that thought that on gold in the past have gotten ran over time and time again. I mean, look at this gold chart. It's ridiculous. I remember vividly when we were trading back here. We had all these relative equal highs. So it's so apparent after the fact. But it's like, yeah, look at all these relative equal highs. When have you ever seen a market reverse off of a freaking this many perfect little equal highs? It doesn't happen. That's why you hear me all the time. I'm like joking half the time, you know, but like I'm really not joking when I say triple tops, quad tops don't exist. It's like, oh, those are all relative equal levels that the market wants to seek out. Trying to hold that order block on NQ. What Vanquish account size would you recommend to sell spreads? Well, I am only in a 50K, so I would say probably at least that. I don't know. I think there's 25K, right? I mean, you could do it in that too. Just your loss limit's going to be decently smaller. I think the 50K is plenty, though. H-Row. What's Harrow doing? RIP today, is that all-time high? What is this? No, it's not all-time high. What is this chart? It's had a good month. Innovative medications operates through the following segments: pharmaceutical compounding, pharmaceutical drug development. Got it. That thing's been cooking, huh? Since, wow, all the way. This is interesting, Tommy. All the way since 2017, it's been cooking. Even through some of the rougher times for the market, this thing has just continued to seek higher levels. Very interesting. I've never looked at that. My father-in-law is ophtho. Okay, interesting. It's eye treatment. Got it. Do you have to keep wings wide on spreads due to margin or potential loss limits? No, not necessarily. You just have to be more diligent with your risk management manually, you know. I'm probably majority of the time going at least 2 or 3 wide, I would say, if not more. Like usually around 3, I would say. I'm usually not going as wide as I did today on the spread that I'm in. Oh, I got taken out of 30 of my contracts. Good, I covered some. So now day P&L moved up. Good. I have 20 left. I'd like to hold these till expiry, ideally. But if we come back down, I might stomp out of them and profit. We'll see. Depends on how they hold up if we try and dip again. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't go travel. I wouldn't go, you know, 1 wide unless you're just your risk is really good on that specific trade, and you're being diligent with your risk management. But I mean, you definitely can. It's not going to not let you. But I would say the sweet spot for me has been, I guess 3 to 4. And then there's times where it's like today where it's hard to get. Like it was too much premium on the buy side. I didn't want to spend $5-6 a contract on contracts that I know are going to go to 0 or that I anticipate are going to 0. So instead, I found the 607s, which were 2 cents, and bought those. But usually, I'm not going to go almost $10 wide. I'm $9 wide, essentially. Jay, I'd really like to learn more about credit spreads. Any recommendations on educational content? Absolutely. So we just did Saturday. Myself and Knots hopped on live stream, and we did an entire live stream just diving into credit spreads. Knots did a whole run through, deep dive into how he does spreads, and obviously that's how I'm doing them too. So you can go back and look at that live stream, but I'm editing it right now and turning it into a video. I'm having it out this week. Probably should be out by tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll have it out Wednesday. And it'll be a shorter video because I know that live stream is like an hour and a half or so. I know you probably don't want to watch that entire thing. I'm going to cut it down and make it into as short as I can video. It'll probably still be like 40 minutes or so, but I'm going to trim it down and turn it into a video. So watch out for that, Shady, and everybody else that wants more education on credit spreads. We just did that. So that'll be coming out this week. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys are subbed to the channel. And turn your post notifications on YouTube so you guys know, obviously, when we're going live, but as well as any videos we're posting on the channel. And we're going to have more educational stuff. We're going to have Casey do some more stuff. We're going to have Maple do some more stuff as well. I think we already have an educational video with Maple using his CBC, but maybe we dive into some of the other things that he uses. I'd love to get Casey on for an hour and a half, talk some of his strategies, educate you guys. I'm gonna make some videos as well. Simple videos too. Like I'll have you know, I get more complex videos as well, but I know, like, we're constantly getting chats, you know, in the live stream asking fairly like basic questions on, like, I'll even get questions on like, hey, like, what really is a fair value gap? I can make an entire video on that. You know what I mean? As well as like, yeah, I can make an entire video on my whole strategy, but that's quite complex. Whereas I could go through each kind of stage and make a video for each thing that I'm using, and we can do that with everybody else. So we're starting to do that more. Can these spreads just drain to zero? I don't know, crew. I don't know. I'd like to say they could. I also just like have a feeling we want to drop more. Even though I don't have really confidence for it. It's more just how I'm feeling, which is why you shouldn't trade off that. I'm not trading off that. But I don't know. I just hope these contracts hold up for me. MU's ripping today. I mean, yeah, I don't know what you do with this here, you know. MU looking strong. Looks like it wants to take out these highs again. Is that all-time highs? That's all-time highs. It looks like it wants to seek out those all-time highs again. Until you have further notice of actual structure being broken to the downside, I don't think you can try and short this. And at the same time, I don't think you can try and long it up here when you're at all-time highs like this on MU. So I think if you're in it, you know, it looks beautiful and it still looks strong. There's no reason to be, you know, running away from this name at the moment, in my opinion. You took this little dip, you got bought right up. No issues. Looks like it wants to take out these highs again, go to the next leg up. I see no issues with this, but I wouldn't be buying it here. So. But yeah, MU looks great. MU looks solid. I realized I didn't share my screen, but I wasn't showing much. I was just on the daily chart. But yeah, MU, you know, cooking, all-time highs. Little dip, got bought right up. I see no issues with this. Looking strong. Come on, spike it, market. I need these contracts to go to nothing. We want to see these get to 3 cents, 2 cents. And they're 6/16s, right? So, and just quick, I know we did a whole video on it, but like, just for the people that it doesn't make quite sense for, I sold the 6/16s this morning, right? Not on this dip, but I sold them like more on this dip. I think it was actually here. I sold them at 12 cents. Well, who am I selling them to? Remember, guys, when you're buying options, any position in the market, whether it's shares, options, futures, when you're buying a position, somebody's selling it to you. And vice versa. When I'm selling a position, somebody's buying it, right? And so when we're doing credit spreads, you're selling a position first, buying it later, right? When you're traditionally trading, you're buying a position, selling it later, right? So with spreads, I'm I sold those 616 puts to somebody out there in the world, right? Even though technically this is on prop, right? So it's a little different, but this is just for the explanation of spreads. I sold those 616 puts to somebody out there in the world that was thinking we were going to dump to 616, right? They're getting in those contracts, buying them at 12 cents, wanting them to go to 24, right? At 100 or 24 to 100% and so on, right? And continue to grow in value while I'm essentially shorting the contract, right? I hope that makes sense. So I'm trying to screw them over essentially, right? You're trying to get them to buy those contracts and you're collecting the premium on them. And as those contracts have just decayed all day, I'm making money on the decay versus losing money traditionally like you would if you're buying options, right? So what you're doing is you're taking advantage of the premium in the market, which is people, right? Because if something has a higher premium in the market, it just means more people are willing to pay more for it. So essentially, you're taking advantage of the traders out there that are trying to buy these 0-day contracts way far out of the money that have little to no premium, but enough premium for you to take advantage of. So I hope that makes sense. I'm almost right there, Ivan. I'm almost funded on Vanquish. It's taken a minute because at the start, like, I haven't really in-depth done spreads, so I was just going really small and taking my time and just learning because, to be honest, I've never traded spreads as much as I have in the past freaking month. So took it really slow and was just making like $100, $200 a day. Now we're at a point where I'm like confident, and so I've stepped it up. In the past, like literally in the past week, I've made like $3,000 almost just trading spreads on Vanquish. Obviously that's to pass the account, so I'm not funded with that yet, but we're almost there. You got to make $5,000 to pass the account, so I'm almost there. We're right there. Is 53K the PT? No, 55, yeah. I thought it was 53. I thought it was initially. Oh, look at this spike. It's not really moving these contracts, though. These contracts are holding up good. That scares me a little bit, to be honest. That's what's cool about spreads, too. Like, as you're in these contracts, you can see what's holding up well. You know, and it's like, look at this spike we're getting, and look at the contracts are just staying at 4 cents. I would have liked to see those, like, spike down to 2 cents on that, you know? Which kind of worries me a little bit, but it's okay. But you can really see how these options are moving and see the decay happening. Like right now, not a lot of decay is really, like, the decay was here earlier on this spike. Not a lot of decay is happening now. If we can drop and then spike back up again and just keep doing that, then we can get them down to 3 here. They're at 3 cents now. We can get them down to 2 cents, 1 cent, and really premium decay. And close these out 100%, hopefully. Do you think those far out of money contracts you are selling are just likely hedges for others? They could be. They could be hedges, absolutely. Similar to how, you know, when I'm doing spreads, I bought like the 607 put, right? But I don't know, to be honest, and I don't think we'll ever know. I don't know what the ratio would be towards how many people are actually hedging versus trying to flip those contracts and getting screwed over. But either way, it's the cold, hard reality of the market, and it's something to realize because it kind of changes your perspective on your attitude towards contracts a little bit and how you choose contracts. Because when I first came in, it's like, oh, find the cheapest contract and try and scalp it and frickin', you know, flip the premium. And it's funny once you know about spreads and you've done them, it's like, oh, that's a no-brainer. But you forget that there are so many just normies in the world that are not, that they don't know about this, right? They're not taking advantage of things like this, right? And they might just come in and trade 0 days like me. That was literally me 4 or 5 years ago. Well, longer than that now, I guess. But, or yeah, 5 years ago, that was me, right? Coming in, just trading 0 DTEs, not knowing what the hell I'm doing. And what were premium sellers doing at that time? They were taking advantage of me. Why wouldn't they? Of course they are. They're selling me all these trash contracts that I'm trying to flip. And they're just collecting the premium on them. So I intend to get smart and do the same thing. People have also made the argument of like, don't you feel bad? And it's like, well, I mean, I went through it. I did it. I was the one losing money on the other side, and I figured it out. I'm just a 20-year-old kid. I'm figuring out a way to like surpass it. It's like, okay, then no, I don't feel bad, right? And it's like, regardless, any position you're taking, again, when you're buying, when you're winning on a position, somebody else is losing. It's the way it is. Got to accept it. APLD. Let's take a look at APLD. Applied Digital. Been cooking today. What's it doing on this higher time frame though? And a little bit of consolidation. Structure still looks fairly bullish. Order flow on the bigger time frame still holding bullish. Could trade to these monthly lows. Wouldn't be mad about that. Like if we wanted to go take out these range lows, that wouldn't be bad. But I would expect a sweep of price action at these lows. It can hold and go higher from here. But to be honest, the way this is looking, I would like to see us take out these lows. Where's I'd like to see us take out these lows here and do a little sweep in price action. So I'd like to see us trade here before we really go higher, to be honest. But I think Applied Digital has been looking good intraday. I don't know how you buy it here, though. Wouldn't be trading it right now. I'd be looking for a drop, though, to be honest. And then move higher. What's up, Vamp? How's small caps, baby? Are there any names I should look at? Any interesting names? Feel like I'd be elite at selling 0 DTEs to degens. Absolutely. Especially when you used to be the degen. Because you know exactly how they're thinking. Right? Dude, it doesn't take like a rocket scientist. It's simple. It's like, look at QQQ. Right? It's like, okay, we're at lows. Right? We're at lows dumping. Everybody thinks, oh my gosh, we're going to dump below these lows. And they're looking at what contracts? 617, 618, 616s. And guess what? Those 616s were only 12 cents. To a new trader that has no money, that's trying to make a quick buck, dude. It's trying to short this market to hell. Bro, they got... You get ran through on that, right? Because you're buying a trash contract that has the probability of going to zero, like way higher probability of going to zero to rather than in the money where you want it to go. And so that's why, yeah, it becomes very fun, right? Because you know exactly what that type of trader would be doing because you used to be that type of trader, right? It's like, I used to, that was me. So I know exactly. I used to think like that. Oh, we break these pre-market lows. I'm grabbing those cheap ass 616 contracts 0 day. I'm gonna flip my whole account and make a ton of money. Yeah, all right, okay. I'll sell you those, no problem. Right? Like, so yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. I highly recommend. Makes me not even want to trade options normally now, honestly. Only for big trades. I still like options for big trades, but can these get back to like 3 cents, 2 cents? That'd be nice. You're right, Blake. 100%, and I explained that in the beginning. I was just explaining that like that because people were asking about credit spreads, right? And that's essentially what's happening. But yes, you're right. On a prop firm, you're actually not selling it to anybody, but it's still the same idea, the same rules apply, right? So it's even better. It's even better. You don't have to worry about, oh, I'm screwing somebody over if you're doing it on Vanquish. You're just doing it on a prop firm. But yeah, I explained that in the beginning of what I was talking about. Would you rather be trapped in a cage with a bear or a bull? Oh, this is a good question. I think it matters what type of bear. Like, is it a female brown bear? Because if it's a female brown bear, I'm taking the bull. Taking the bull all day. If it's a male brown bear, I might take the bear. I meant traders. I don't know. Probably, I don't know. That's a good question. You can trade options any which way on that account, right? Yeah, as long as you get the advanced options account, you're good, Ivan. You're totally good. The normal account, you can just normally trade like options, calls, and puts. But if you get the advanced, you can sell spreads and do all the other strategies that they have. So. Oh, no, I totally get you, Blake. Yeah, nobody's moving fucking capital, bro. No. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I know, I hate hearing people say that too. No. I was just explaining, like, the reality of spreads, right? And it's the same thing with normal trading. That's the reality of it. Like, if you're making money on a position, somebody else is losing on a position, right? But, of course, with prop firms, it's a little different because you're trading on prop. You're technically on demo and getting paid out for those demo trades. So it is a little different there. But just in terms of the idea of what's going on, you know. Code Wolf, baby. Yes, sir. Code Wolf at Vanquish. I don't even know if that sale's still going on, but if it is, take advantage. If not, you can still save some money on Code Wolf. You know, so that's there. It's so cool. I love having a freaking prop firm for options. Because I can really just, like, that's been a big hesitation for me with getting into spreads, is like, I don't want to take my own money and learn it, and I don't want to, like, get fucked, even though I definitely could have, realizing now, with the way I can manage risk with it. Like, I definitely could have done it and been fine. But it's just like, it's nice to be able to just say, hey, we can learn it with a prop firm. Get used to it. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Looking at my data over the last year, I mostly suck at buying options. Feels like 50-50 over all the wins and losses. Selling spreads has literally changed the game. Bro. Oh, yeah. Like, if you're doing 50-50 on buying, like, here's the thing. I know don't take this exactly literally what I'm about to say, but I've been kind of prefacing like, if you're gonna try and come in and trade options brand new, even not brand new, just like if you're trying to like catch bottom and top with options, do it with selling options, not freaking trying to catch a low premium and flip it to a higher premium. If anything, catch the high premium that spiked, sell that shit, right? Like that's what I've been looking at. And it doesn't mean just go sell premium at every spike we get. That's not what I'm saying. So that's why I say don't take what I'm saying like literally. But it's a beautiful thing to be like, oh, when we just took London session highs, like this morning, we just took London session highs. I'm already looking for structure to set up short, but for my actual trading style, I'm not just going to enter short. I have to wait for that structure to find my entry, right? But with spreads, there's such a higher probability of those spreads losing value that I have no problem trying to. I don't have to wait for a setup structure. We took the level. We're getting the spike of volatility that I want in the area that I want. I'm selling these right away, right? And so that's what I mean by that, is you can kind of take advantage of those spikes of volatility and essentially be, trying to catch the top or bottom, but with selling the spreads, because the probability of those actually working out is way higher than you trying to catch bottom with a fucking 0 DTE buying it, So that's where I'm coming from. I know, again, don't take that literally and go freaking sell every spike or drop that we have, okay? Like, it's not what I'm saying, but it's just it's something I've found, because I don't trade like a lot of the guys on here. A lot of the guys, like, they have a level, they'll freaking enter at it right away. Where like I very much wait for structure and like a whole entry criteria, right? Like I very much wait for multiple points of confluence. And there's not one way that's better. It's just a matter of which style you're choosing, right? But with spreads, I'm able to just kind of enter that right when we take a level. I'm like, oh, I can enter that right now. I don't have to wait for all this structure to be built necessarily. So, hope that makes sense. What's up, Casey?
I just got done putting down a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A.
I trimmed some of my spreads. I had 50. I took 30 off.
I am trimming eBay right now.
Let's go.
eBay is flying. We are about to hit $87 target. It is 6 cents away. I'm trimming right here, right now. Let's go, eBay.
I do play it on the safer side, curious, for sure. Doesn't mean I won't go balls to the wall like with a trade when I'm confident, but it's a matter of things have to be lining up, right? Like I don't just enter freaking like at levels or like an EMA or something. But again, it's not wrong. Like I'm not saying that like it's wrong. It's not at all. Like I've seen Emp freaking catch massive trades doing that, right? But it's a matter of conviction. That's what it comes down to. And I just don't have conviction off of one little thing. You know what I mean? Like even just how convicted I am with just looking at London and Asia session highs and lows every day. I don't have the conviction to just, oh, we took London session highs, let me get short. Like, no, I have to see structure, because we could rip 60 points over London high before we end up getting a short, So I do play it a little safer in terms of waiting for more confirmation on trades. I'm waiting for the right time of day, all that. But it keeps me profitable, keeps me making money. That's all I care about.
There we go, baby. All right, that trade does not go red now.
I don't take a whole lot of trades, but I guarantee most people, if I were to hand them my end of year P&L and say you're going to take as many trades as I do, they would say, I would love to do that. But most people don't want to do that. I haven't even logged the last month of these trades I've been doing extra as well. But does it show how many trades I actually took this entire year? That'd be nice. I can just ask it. Hold on, let me ask it. As long as you manage your risk, equity curve is much more consistent. Absolutely, Travel. Yeah, you don't have to always be directionally right to profit. That's the key. Don't have to be directionally right to profit. That is the key right there. I had an experience similar to paper gains, was in credit spreads, and a Trump announcement wiped 10K a month. Credit spreads, wins wiped in a minute. Firms will help this. Absolutely. Like, and that's something it's 100% that can happen, right? When volatility is like crazy high. And that's where you have to be very careful. And you're right. Like, prop firms can help that a lot. And also just being aware too of like high volatility events that might be happening and trying to stay away from those, Even TD has rough fills on spreads when volatility comes in and out of nowhere. See, that's something I'm going to have to get used to a little bit when I end up switching to another, like a real brokerage with spreads, is fills, because I can't be kind of scalping around like I have been this morning with the spreads on a normal account. It's not going to work like that. But to be able to pass this account, I'll do it. It's fine.
Zeta new high day.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's a great point, Ivan. Spreads aren't just free money if people aren't getting that message. 100%. I know, yeah, and I don't want to make it seem like that. Like, you guys can very much get screwed over by spreads very hard if you're not careful. But if you're diligent with your timing, and you're patient and you have some decent risk management, you can really do well. Much better than trying to do well buying options. My biggest loss ever was on a spread. Absolutely. Yeah. That shit can really screw you over. You learn the same way you learn being on the opposite end. Exactly. Yep. These spreads are at 2 right now. That's nice. Let's see if they can stay there, though.
If anyone entered into the Zeta earlier, those 22.5s for 3/20/2026, me and Nats were talking about it when they were at $1.55 when I was red. You are now green here. They are now pushing over 180.
Let's go, baby.
So it's looking good. I'm also still in 3M from Friday session as well for the swing. Those are at entry right now.
Amazing.
Looking good. eBay is up about 30% here.
Yeah.
Hitting 87. So another dollar upside potentially for these 88s to get in the money. Over top of 88.65 starts the gap fill upside. Looking for a $90 cycle level. Half gap area 92.50, full gap filled around 95.8. So beautiful daily breakout and move on eBay today. Again, talked about it this morning. This was a name that no one's thinking of and looking at. And look what's going on with SPY and Qs. And we're just back to almost where we were this morning in the middle of the range. And then you have this name like eBay, individual, just constantly just running and ripping higher. This is a great move today to capitalize on. So hopefully some people caught this one. It's looking good.
Side note, IWM looks like a bear flag rejection of 250 psych / VWAP. I'm saying. Yeah, looking a little rough.
Shutting it down, good lord.
Rough. No, hold it up. I don't think we're gonna drop $4 today now. When Emp gets back, I'm gonna get my My daily sun dose. My daily dose of sun. Need my daily dose. Next week, we finally have some frickin' data. This week is super light, but next week, ISM manufacturing PMI, ISM services PMI, unemployment, NFP. NFP, baby. It's going to be the catalyst. NFP. NFP. Hold it up. I like that these are staying at 2 cents now, even with this drop. It's a good thing. We like that premium burn. That premium burn. We have the Santa Anas today. I love the Santa Ana wins. Are they? That means the surf's probably good if there's any swell. I love the Santa Ana wins.
Dang, that QQQ put credit spread I was talking about earlier. I should have grabbed it.
Which ones are you looking at?
Would have been extra cash. It was the 616s.
Yeah,
11.
That's what I'm in.
Yeah, those ones, they were at like $6 or $7. They're at a penny now, so those are another like 80% trade.
I sold majority of them, but I still got 20.
I'm still sitting in the SPXs. They're at 5 cents from 30. They're up 83%. I'm planning on just letting those expire. Getting myself back green on the day right now.
It's blowing in Oxnard Shores. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm all the way up in Ojai, so I don't think we're seeing it yet. It's light, if there is any. I haven't looked at the swell, though. Is Top Step X screwed up again? I don't know. I don't trade there anymore, bro. No más Top Step X. I only use Trade-A-Bait now. And, like, I mean, any prop firm that can use Trade-A-Bait, which is Tradeify, Alpha Futures, your main ones. I think Take Profit Trader. My TSLG is taking a dip, down 14.6% from the all-time high on Tesla, not all-time high on this, of course. But I would like to be looking at just watching Tesla, right? While we're watching Tesla, if we end up dropping into this halfback, I'm going to be watching TSLG very closely to be for a little swing trade. For those that don't know, it's the 2x leverage Tesla from Leverage Shares, and they have the lowest expense ratio in the game. So shout out Leverage. If we're getting a setup, I want to be picking up some TSLG. It's not there yet for me, but I would like to take advantage of that, ideally, when the time's right. So let her dip, but there's gonna be some opportunity there, I think.
eBay premiums are popping here. You can get a fill at $175 on these contracts.
Look at them straight up.
Straight up.
Nice.
Let's go.
Spread's holding up. Still at 2 cents on this dip. That's good. Like that. We like that.
I just get a TSL dividend. Oh, like that. She working that back. Don't know how to act. Slow motion for me. That's 12.18. Ooh, did they increase their dividend? Let's go.
Just a reminder for the audience, I just pinned it in the chat there. So it should be at the top of the chat in the most recent chat on the stream. If you guys use code WOLF at ClearEdge, which is that link, you guys can automate your trades and try it out for free for 7 days. So if you guys use code WOLF, or you can use code ACE, either one, you guys can try that out for 7 days and, you know, start automating your trades completely for free and just try it out. And then if you like it, you guys can end up paying after the 7 days. And then I think you also, after the 7-day free trial is up, you'll save $50 on your first month if you use the code as well. So it's nice there. Even if you end up deciding to do it, you'll still save some money. But I just wanted to shout that out because a lot of us are automating trades as well, automating different strategies. I know some of you guys in the chat have already started to do it. So definitely take advantage of that. And remember, if you have you guys' own strategies, you can automate those. You don't have to use the strategies that ClearEdge supplies, even though they do supply some. So you guys can take advantage of the marketplace they have. And, you know, there's a bunch of traders creating strategies and putting them on the marketplace. So you can use that. But I know there's probably a lot of you guys in the chat that are, I mean, I know a lot of you guys are smart, creating your own strategies, coding your own stuff. You guys can just get ClearEdge and code your own and just trade that if you want. So just wanted to shout that out. That link will be pinned in the chat. Let's get these spreads to 0. What time is it? 11 o'clock my time, which means it's about to be 2 p.m. Eastern. We're about to get a new 4-hour candle opening on the futures. See what we get there. See what that looks like. Still looking weak. Intel Flow, have you seen it? I haven't looked at the Flow, no, but
yeah, $43 calls on INTC.
It's pretty far out.
Let me pull it up. $43 calls, INTC, February 20th, 2026. Unusual order came in. Someone bought about 5,500 contracts at 97 cents. they spent just over $500,000. That came in about 12 minutes ago.
Wow, we're 65 followers away on the Wolf Trading X from 30,000. Let's go, baby. Shout out to the crew. We're almost there. Where did you post this ClearEdge link? Ooh, I posted it in the YouTube chat. Let me post it in the X chat for you. Oh. All right, I put the ClearEdge link in the X stream as well. But yeah, it's in the YouTube as well, Marcelo. Silver's rising up or not? I mean, it took a nice dip this morning. Not really getting bought up quite yet. Little buys from the lows, but I mean, overall, no, it's been selling off from the highs so far. So. Still got 2 hours left. Ugh. I wish we were closing up right now so these spreads could just expire. Jordy, do you use a Windows desktop PC or Windows laptop for trading? Desktop PC. But I mean, when I'm traveling, I'm trading on my MacBook. But I generally trade on PC and do all my chart work on PC, all that. Which one do you use? It's a good question. I know it's an Asus. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you. That's not it. Whoa. What's that static? Might not sell this at Best Buy anymore. It's like the Asus ROG. One of these, I don't know. Aha. It's this one. I forget which. 32 gig. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Looks exactly the same. I just made sure I had the NVIDIA chip. That's Jordan's mic? No, that was Casey's because his phone.
Dude, it's connected. It's not connected to my AirPods. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I got to jump down and come back. Hold on.
No worries, you're good. I need these spreads to hold up.
All right, we're good.
It's Gucci.
I told you if I bring my cell phone too close to this mic,
no, it happened earlier. I was like, that's funny.
Whenever I came back from lunch, I didn't connect my AirPods back to my freaking computer. So it defaulted to this microphone. NWM about to crack low a day. eBay, another new high. SPY Q's rejecting. I want everybody to know I am going to capture 100% move on eBay.
Get it.
I'm going to catch 100%. I talked about this last night. I said this is the exact same setup that CCL had. I had to sit in CCL for like a week before I caught 300%, and I caught the squeeze. But very, very similar setup on eBay, and I may have just timed it right and got lucky, but we'll see. Could always pull back down, do the SR flip back over 85.75. I'll get back in again, but so far, so good. Let's do some reading. Just some quick education on the Candlestick Bible. Let's go to page 77. Just random. Ooh, this talks about the psychology behind confluence. Confluence provides psychological comfort that you are not alone in the trade, making it easier to hold conviction and avoid getting shaken out by smaller pullbacks. That is facts. Building a simple confluence framework. You do not need a complex checklist or dozens of indicators to use as confluence. In fact, simplicity often works better. Facts. Common mistakes to avoid. Forcing a confluence. Yeah. Overloading your chart. Ignoring context. and missing timing. Facts.
Where we at? 3 cents. Okay. We can't like abruptly drop into the close, or else who's gonna come back on me?
We breaking down a little bit?
Not enough to screw me over yet, but I'm just thinking like if MOC comes out and like we freaking drop in, try and make new low a day, these are gonna come right back to 12 cents and fucking it's gonna be annoying. What price target are you looking for on QQQ? To not go below the low a day. Like the target is to go sideways the rest of the day. That's the target.
Well, you sold 616s?
Yeah.
Previous week low.
They're just at 12 cents. Like if we were to make a new low a day and fast, they could come back to 12 cents. I feel like pretty fast and like
they will 100%. You'll go red, but previous week low is 617.77, so just underneath 618.
Yeah.
So if you break low of day, you're 100% going to go red on that spread. You shouldn't go so red enough on that spread to where it triggers you to stop out for whatever it is your stop loss is, minus 250%. But that previous week low down there can still act as your saving grace, because if it holds that area, you're still going to be $2 out of the money, and by that time we're going to be in power hour, 1 hour left.
Yeah.
And the smallest bounce that's down there, if that area does hit, you will instantly come back green on that position.
True.
And then it could even stay down there between 618 and this current low of day just underneath 619, and then they'll just burn and go back to 1 or 2 pennies, and then you'll be able to close them out manually if you want, or let them expire. But yeah, you break low of day, they'll go red, but it shouldn't trigger a stop.
Yeah. I can tell you exactly what I have T7, by the way. I just brought up the settings. I have here, I'll type it out for you to make it easier, actually. It's ROG G16CHR.
NCLH testing the equal low. Carnival, new low. Yeah. Let's go. Cruise lines. Bring it down, bring it down.
I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, T7. System type is a 64-bit operating system. I have an Intel Core i7-14700F processor and an 8 gigabyte graphics card, the NVIDIA graphics card. That's all you're gonna need. What's up, Emp? How we doing?
Sup, dog? We talking some nerdy stuff?
Yeah, just PC stuff. Kevin asked what trade are you in, Jordy? I sold the 616 puts, and I already got out of. I had 50 of them. You can see I'm in 20. I sold 30 of them. And now I'm looking for the 20 that I have left to expire worthless and make
This
my money.
Vanquish platform looks so clean.
It's so clean. It's beautiful.
I like whatever Dex. What's it called?
DX Trader or DX Trade.
That I know it was close.
It's a 4X platform, bro. Apparently,
that's what it was built on, but they've built the options on top.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah. But traditionally, it's a 4X platform, which I find interesting. It's a good 4X platform. Fuck. That's one I've seen.
Shout out Vanquish.
Ooh. You want to see something crazy?
Do something crazy.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn my background off now to show this one.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's gonna
do I need to make you big?
You can if you'd like.
I always like to make you big.
SPX vertical,
Uh-oh.
100%, right there, full profit.
Hold on.
Let's go. Oh, you got to invert. There
There we
you go.
Let's go.
SPX vertical, call credit spread, 100% full
Yes,
profit, baby.
Yes, sir.
Easy cash.
I like that.
Tell them about it. Tell them about it.
Easy cash.
Tell them about it.
I saw somebody the other day using your picture as an example of a trading setup. I can't remember.
What?
I posted 2 examples. It was you and somebody else. They were like what kind of trading setup do you prefer or something? I can't remember what they were saying. And one of the picture was like a very simplistic, like one monitor or something. And then there was like yours. And I was like, hey, I recognize that setup. Like it was, that was like the mouse pad or it's not even a mouse pad. It's like a desk pad.
Did it have the picture at least when I got Biggie up on the wall behind my monitor?
I don't remember, dude. I meant to send it to you. I was like in the middle of giving a bottle on the couch. I saw
Was
it.
this this was recent?
Yeah, it was like this weekend.
What?
Somebody used your setup as an example post, so that's pretty fun.
Also, for the ones that don't know, I love simplicity. I still trade and execute everything off of my cell phone. I'm still actively trading and doing everything on my cell phone. The reason why I have $5,000 worth of equipment in front of me is just because it's a working station. That's it. Just so I can look at multiple things at the same time. That is it. You still can just trade. What's that?
Dude, sorry, this video cracked me up. I had to post it.
Is that AI?
I look at Monday morning trading. No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's gotta be AI.
The other one with the horse definitely was AI, but this, I don't know. I don't know if this is AI or not, but this one cracked me up. I was dying.
You're such an old man already.
Copy.
Always sitting with a blanket on. Dude, I'm cold.
Did you see the other one I posted? This one did really well. This one cracked me up though. This one I've watched 1,000 times. He said, "What in the world?"
Oh, dude, I saw that when that horse just comes straight through. He's like, "What the fuck?"
A bunch of people in the comments like, "That's slop AI, blah blah blah." I don't care if it's AI. It cracked me up. Like it just made me laugh. Sorry, it was just cracking me up. Jordan, did you see how close we are?
To 30K,
like
yes.
63 followers away.
Yes, sir. I know I told everybody.
Almost there.
Hey, my house is
Boom.
set to 69 in heat.
Turn that.
I've had the heat going for like 2 months in this place. The issue, dude.
I remember I used to like try to see.
The issue is it gets to like 65, 70 degrees during the day, but then at nighttime it drops down to the 40s. And if I don't have the heat on, then the kids' rooms get to like freaking 59, 60 degrees and they're freezing cold. So I got to keep the heat on, but I just keep it at a lower temperature.
Yeah, it's
So
different with the
69.
kids. Dude, I I used to challenge myself to see how far I could get into the like winter before I turned my heat on in the house. Like wake up one morning, my nose is like freezing cold, and I was like, all right.
That's what That's what happened. That's what happened with us. We had a night where it dropped underneath like 30 degrees, and it got super freaking cold. Went and turned the heat on. Woke up still fucking freezing. Monitors in the kids' room said like 58, 59, and 60. Come to find out, the heat never even turned on because they had it wired incorrectly.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I did my own. Like I remember, like, our energy company or whatever, our electric company. If you, they gave like they had this like rebate thing for smart thermometers or whatever, thermostats. I mean, thermostats. And so like I got one of those and installed it. And so like I did it at our office with like we had 2 different ones there, and I did it at my house. I did it at my parents' house. And I remember I used to like I'd program like the schedule on that thing, and it was the best because like I need it cold when I sleep. Like I want it cold. And so like I'd program like 4 a.m. like for the heat to start kicking on. So I like would wake up into the heat. But like I had it so cold like at night. And then during the summer, same thing. Like during the summer, the AC would just be booking it at nighttime. And then during the day when I wasn't there, because I was never at home really during the day, I'd have it way higher.
I gotta swap them out to these smart ones by Honeywell. That way I can connect it to my Amazon, and I can just control it from my phone and set the same thing.
Yeah, so the Honeywell one that I had, it was called like TC Total Comfort or something. It had its own app and its own webpage. Because like I programmed all the ones for our office too for the same thing. Like on the weekends they don't turn on. Like I mean, the range is just wider, so it saves money. So it saved a ton of. Actually, I looked at the difference. It saved a ton of money because I couldn't tell you how many times like you forget to adjust. I mean, obviously it's different now. Like a lot of us are at home all day, but when I was like going to a job and stuff, it made a big difference.
What's good?
Or like you go on vacation, you can like turn it on like on the way home. That was the best.
You can turn it off while you're away to save money, and then on your way home, then you go ahead and click it back on.
Yeah, I'd go to like summer vacation or whatever. I would like put the AC all the way up at like 77 or something like that. So like I didn't want it to be like an oven in the house, but like I didn't want it to run near as much. And then like on the way home, I'm like, all right, just bump that sucker down to about 71.
Luckily, this house where we're at, it's natural gas. So
yeah,
we have a tankless water heater, and my electric bill for this house, the old house was 1,200 square feet, and then this house is about 4,000 square feet. And the electric bill is almost damn near the same.
I believe it. And natural gas is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, yep. So my gas bill is stupid cheap. I think I pay 30 or 40 bucks a month is my gas bill. But yeah, the furnace, the HVAC system, the appliances, I mean, all of that is powered by gas. So saves money on the electric bill. So I was expecting to have like a $300 something a month electric bill whenever we moved into the newer house, more rooms for kids and everything.
Yeah, bigger,
just more space overall. But it all being powered by natural gas, it freaking saves us so much money on the electric bill. eBay, another new high, about to be up 40% here.
I saw Maria's comment. They little brief one night reconciliation. Yeah, they got together. The kids, it was the kids' Christmas play. They got together and remembered that they used to love each other. They did a little reconciliation. Went to a hotel together, but they're still separated. They might be working it out though. We'll see. That's crazy. $700 a month on average. That is crazy for their electric and gas bill together.
Holy shit!
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm a cheapskate on some of that stuff, but it's like, dude, I can put on a hoodie.
That's what someone called me an old man because they said I'm always sitting with a blanket here.
Yeah. No, I would. I'm about to buy one of those big Mexican ponchos. Like the big blanket looking poncho thing with the head cut out of it. I'm just going to start sitting here in a serape.
CJ said, try Minnesota, where it goes from minus 20 degrees to 45 in 24 hours. That's ridiculous.
No.
18 inches of snow. Fuck that.
I like where I live right now, where I don't even have AC anymore because I don't need it. It's actually a little colder today. It's like it's 72 as a high. It's one of the colder days we'll have. Wow, back in my hometown, it's 37. No, thank you. Yeah, getting a little pop ski here. Well, right before I left, I told you guys 7:30 would have been kind of the target on NQ, and that's exactly where we hit. So it's 7:29. Sorry, not good enough. 1 point away.
Dude, eBay was supposed to be a swing, and it still is a swing, but catching 40% on these intraday is wild.
Dude, do they have some type of news or something? What is this?
For me, just technicals. That was it.
I mean, it was pretty compressed, but
it's been in a squeeze since Thursday, December 11th, and it has been bullish since the other two indicators Wednesday, November 26th. So,
look at the daily squeeze.
I think I just got lucky. Yeah, there's the squeeze right there since December 11th. So I think I just caught it at the right time.
Back too.
So the weekly right there. If you pull it back up whenever you can. Okay. So you see that evening star on the bottom left? Yeah.
This one?
Okay. Yeah. So if you zoom out, so mark the bottom of that evening star where it held and didn't break down. The bottom of the other two candles next to the doji. It should be down near like $79.70.
Oh, the bottom down. Yeah.
Yeah, the bottom right there, right? Yeah. So now zoom out, look left. All right. So right there. So
actually, this is kind of crazy. Let me hold on. All right. So the first thing, because as soon as you said that, I noticed it. I see this, and then I see this. But then where I drew the other line, which was kind of like the invalidation point, rejection here, and then flipped here, and also look at this weekly right here.
So
it's like multiple layers of confluence here to get long.
Exactly. So what that was, and is what I talked about last night on the stream, exactly what Em just talked about. It was setting up for a bearish move. It had a huge knife down, it bounced back up, printed an evening star. Where it printed the evening star at the support, it was a failed bearish move, which led into a even more bullish move because the bears failed, which is bullish. And then when it started to play out to the upside, it just kept giving more confluence that bearish move absolutely failed, and this was flipping back and continuing bullish now, and it held that for days at a time, and then it built that squeeze, and now we're starting to see that movement upside.
If you guys watched his video, there's two examples that work perfectly on this daily chart that I want us to look at. Here's the first one. Here's the daily chart. Look at this. Big move up. There's your what do you want to call it, shooting star or whatever. There's your star candle, and then here's your evening star that not only follows through but also engulfs this one. And then you see continuation, and then look, this day right here, it pushed back up right there, failed on a back test, followed through. So that looks really good, and so you can kind of see like the support that it tried to hold here push back up, and then you got the follow through. This one played out. You got these equal lows right here. That would have been the exit. So that was a beautiful example of an evening star reversal. And then if you go to the weekly that we were talking about, the other, so here's, you have an up candle, then you have the shooting star, then you have the evening star printing. Now, what do you watch for? And if you paid attention to Casey when he went through this, and if you watched his video or on stream the other day, we made this exact example. I think maybe it was Friday or Wednesday of last week. He said, look, I can take this short, like at this candle, I can take the short and I can risk right up here. And if this breaks back over either here, or here, either one, then I know it's invalidated. Now look, this is a weekly chart. So on a weekly time frame, you need to buy time, even more time than if you were just trading a daily chart, a 4-hour chart, or a 1-hour chart, whatever it is. Now, when I look at this, I see here. Let me do this right here, right there, and right there. And if you look, here is this. Now we have an inside week, and then we have another inside week. And then when this breaks over, really these two highs, when this breaks these two highs and breaks this one, there's your stop out. So there's a failed bearish move. And now when that move fails, you don't immediately say, okay, well, I'm going to go long because look, you probably would have got stopped out here. Failed bearish move. Then you look and you say, okay, where is the kind of that support area? And we just drew it kind of there on the weekly. You saw it back here. And if you go down to the daily, you kind of saw it in a few spots. Right here, you see this? All these highs right here on the daily. Here's a low, here's a high, boom, 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 boom. I mean, you can just highlight. This is obviously a very key level. And then you can see it comes back in and it holds this exact spot. And on that weekly chart, what Casey was seeing for this long was, okay, the bearish move failed, came back up, buyer stepped in, and it still closed the candle. Look, it even closed the weekly candle still above that original bearish move. And then look, here's once again proof that you're holding the same level, green candle. After a failed bearish move, you're starting the bullish move. And then look how things are going now. Go to the daily chart. And you can see on a daily perspective, you played it out. On the weekly perspective, it failed. Got back over right here. You could have got stopped out if you were too early, but then once it came back up, held again. Multiple confirmation there. There's your breakout move. There's your first target coming in probably right here, 87 to 90. Takes you back up here. I can also see these previous lows. There's like probably target 1 right in this zone. And then target 2, you said you had probably 90 there, Casey. I had to just guess. Yeah, 90. Nice whole number as well. And if you look, it's 90 is going to be right before you get to this traffic on the volume profile, right before you get all this. So that's a good spot too.
Put level 88 on the chart.
Here, we're just going to do this. And we'll go to 88.
Yeah.
And you see these lows, this low, this low.
So if you're
two
wondering,
daily wicks here.
If you're wondering why 88 strike is the ones that I took today, and I took January's, that is the reason why. Because if it breaks over 87, it looks good to continue to 88. When it gets to 88, that is a very, very big trim spot for me in this position. They're going to be in the money. Fantastic. I'm going to lock in a lot of gains there. If it continues above 88 and it doesn't, like I said, it can reject up in this area, getting closer to 88, pull back down, do the SR flip around the previous highs, which is going to be around 85.65 area. The high is from Friday, December 12th. And I can get another entry there. But if it doesn't pull back and it continues, 90 is going to be a really, really big spot. And again, you do have, everyone sees you have that gap fill potential if it wants to run. So overall, that is the reason why first main area is the reason why I took the 88s for January. And then looking at 90 and then looking at that gap fill for fun for runners. But
yeah, look, here's the midpoint of that gap that you're mentioning. I just measured from this close to this close. and the midpoint of the gap is right here. And if I draw at 91.62, look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is obviously a very key area. So that's what I would expect to fill next as well. You could probably draw that gap fill if you wanted. Some people I know like to go just like wick to wick. That's literally a 18-cent difference. So either way you want to look at it, right there, 91.60 to 80, that area, maybe even 92. That's probably your next big spot if you get over. Because once you accept, so like the thought process is here is if you accept into this, you're going to start traversing up here. So like you can see it on the volume profile here. If you accept into 90, you should probably traverse to like 93, but you want to have a target somewhere in the middle of that on half gap. So there's multiple ways to manage that. Casey's done a really good job of explaining that too. We're getting a little pumpy in the market here.
We are getting a little poppy. So yeah, overall for this trade on eBay, in my opinion, I think this was a lower risk, higher reward trade setup for me. So I think it's looking very nice.
I like it.
My stop on this. So if you go to your daily chart, if you take the low from Thursday, December 16th, just draw a trend line up to Wednesday, December 24th. You'll see the higher lows that it's kind of putting in right there. And then just using simple moving averages on the daily, your 9 and 21. If you look at where your daily EMAs are at, the 9 and 21, when you draw that trend line, they're all going to line up just around like mid $84. So if it were to break that trend line and break back underneath the daily moving averages 9 and 21, that would be my stop. So entering in at 85.75, risking down say 84.50, right? That's $1.25 risk downside. And so far now the trade is up $1.50. So I'm already well over 1-to-1 right now. And getting the move up to 88 to 90, now you're talking $3 to $4 upside for potential, $1.25 downside. That's your 3 to 4, potential coming in here, risk reward trade. And that's if it gets to 90, and there's room above 90 for this thing to continue higher. And that's just for runners to pay, which just increases the reward on that trade. Again, keeping that risk a little bit lower just based off this chart. So yeah, we covered it last night on the Sunday night live stream. And I sent the chart out as well on X for everyone. Sent it to Discord prior. You'll see the tweet from it yesterday, and I said I wanted to see 90. So it is about halfway there today, and I just checked the position. It is up 40% right now. So this one.
Yeah, I also like because we just made a slightly higher high, hit VWAP there on NQ. We're breaking over it there on ES. The other thing I'll add on this daily chart, we did this one a while back. Actually, we drew this together. I think me and you did this retracement. So not only did we double top here, but then when we came down, we gapped down, and then here's the halfback, the 50% retracement. And not only did it bounce here, it held a second time, and then you can see it reacting around the 382. Once it holds here, it fights here, and now it's getting through. To me, that's confirmation of like a reversal. So I can take this off and look at it this direction. I look at it this direction, and I'm saying, okay, there's the 382 again. Look at that halfback retrace right at that $90 target that Casey mentioned. So when I chart things out and I see 3-4 different things that line up together, that gives me a high, conviction target for my trade. Now I see this and I'm probably going to say, okay, there's a fib. I have it 87.5. I can see that kind of lining up pretty close to a lot of this price action here. I think Casey had it at 88. I would probably, I'd probably take my trim somewhere in that area, especially on an explosive move like this, 3 good days in a row. We get up to that area. We also broke the 50-day, which is huge, right? So you can see it's been a reaction point many times, the 50-day. and breaking through it. Does it need to come back and back test? I don't know. I don't really want to find out. I want to make sure I lock in profit probably here. If we get continuation, great. How much time did you take on that?
These 88s are for January 16.
Okay, so yeah, so you're probably going to take a pretty hefty trim here.
Very.
Just because of the time aspect.
Yeah, and if we reject up in that area between 88, even pushing up close to 90, and get a pull back down, I get stopped out in profit on the rest, then I get stopped out in profit. If I end up retaking the trade again, I'll probably end up taking February's. So if you guys are on X, there's a guy out there on X who posts a lot of good flow. His name's Flow God on there. At 1:30, he posted this thing saying eBay, someone bought 87.5 calls for February, about $750,000 worth. Someone listening commented on it and tagged me and said that must be Casey Trades. I mean, maybe.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything on this stream.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you guys think about Tesla? Well, Tesla's at a really interesting spot. I'll just leave this on here for a second. So Tesla hit my fib extension, made it back to the back test here, gap down. I typically, from watching films or watching fibs, I typically see when you break out to an extension, you come back down. If it's really bullish, it'll hold here. But a lot of times you see this play back to the 786, which lines up with a decent amount of price action there. Right in the middle here, you did basically fill a gap today. So the gap that was kind of left here, you also have the 20-day and the 21 EMA right here. So not a bad thing. Other thing that I could look at is this recent low to high. That basically lines up with that other one, doesn't it? Hold on. Let me draw them both at the same time here. That's crazy. Look at that. Did you see that? Watch. Watch it. If I put this other fib on, watch this blue line right here. If I put this other fib line. You see that?
Yeah.
So the 382 retracement of this up move is exactly the same as the back test I was just talking about from going from this fib to this fib. So for me, I would look for Tesla to come back to this 454 area, which you look left and I see, I can just draw it here. Let's just draw the.
And someone tagged me. I found the post where they posted my chart setup.
Well, yeah, what was I can't remember what the caption on it was, but I saw it.
He said, do you prefer one large screen or multiple screens for your trading setup? Look at this. Look. Here, can you pull it up on here? Look at this shit. Here, let me turn my, hold on. You might be able to see it. I got my ring light off.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I saw that. I go, that's
me right there.
That's exactly what I saw, dude. I saw it and I was like.
That's my chair and my blanket. Look, that's me.
I saw it. I was like, I recognize that desk.
We got 1.7K like. Thanks for the engagement, buddy. But fucking tag me next time. Come
on,
I'm trying to get paid.
We get that photo cred, sir.
Here, I'm gonna take a selfie real quick.
That one on the right looks really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a selfie real quick. Hold on, let me get my hair right.
The funny thing is, you text me like pictures as you were building this thing out. And so, like, I watched you build this, so I was like, I know this. Like, I recognized it.
Let me take a selfie. Let me tag this dude back.
I will say just real fast on the Tesla thing, if it bounces here off the EMA, SMA, kind of this little gap fill area and these highs, like, I mean, I think you could take a trade back up here if the market cooperates and things are just extremely bullish, then you could probably take that trade. I would feel better down here at one of these two levels for the Tesla trade right now. So if you were short, which I was short, I covered it on Friday actually. Hey, we're breaking over here, by the way. IWM back to VWAP. Several other things. Microsoft's on a nice run. Let's go back and take a look at some of these. Here's go through some 5-minute charts here. Intraday, Tesla not looking good. NVIDIA, this is a pretty decent look here still. You've had, since this morning, multiple higher lows, marginally higher high here. Tesla looks pretty, I'm sorry, that's NVIDIA, looks pretty good. Microsoft, whatever this level is here, Microsoft really likes this level because look at it held, went underneath it, came back, reclaimed it. This is like an inverse head and shoulders kind of look. And now you're getting a nice move to fill in kind of this fair value area from when it fell this morning. Nice strong move on Microsoft intraday. Meta, I see another kind of inverse head and shoulder look here. There's your neckline. Breakout back test neckline. Boom. Nice move on Meta. What's the meta with you? Google's just been strong all day, sitting up near the highs. Broadcom, multiple tops here at the high. That's interesting. That looks like it can make a move. Interesting. Weird daily chart, though. Boy, look at this turnaround on Amazon. This is a pretty good... Look at this. So you have... I like this candle look right here, too. You came back down into the same... This is previous session low. But you came down here, down move, small candle, bullish engulfing with a big bottom wick, liquidity grabbing. Same area that it's bounced off 3 times now today. And then the next candle pushes up, and now you start getting a big move here.
All right, I just sent that tweet. See if he responds.
You were like sending me like pictures each day. That's funny. That's hilarious. Well, I just went from 6 to midnight. Look at that guy. So have you seen the silver chart? The daily's holding in right where I basically covered, but if you look at the futures, that's what we call bearish engulfing, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, silver futures is wild.
Dude, from that high it made last night at the open to the low today is a 15% move.
Dude, if I was still, how much would I be up if I was still short from where I was at?
Dude, I don't know why you didn't hold that.
I don't know either. What was my? I just grabbed a small one. So it's down from what, 76 down to what, it went to almost 70. So it's $5. What is that? How much money would you make?
I can't remember the.
Essentially, it's half the move because it went from, well, no, it was at 82 to 70, so just under half. Yeah, like how many is that? Let me see. SIL.
I think it's 5,000 per point. You were on the mini.
What?
So it'd be 500 per point.
So $2,500.
Wait.
What?
Or worth 5,000 per full point with minimum moves of $25. Oh wait, how many did you have? How many contracts?
Just one.
And how much did you make?
What I sold for?
You're up like $400 or $500, aren't you?
I think I sold it for like 500 something.
Do you know how many points you got?
No, because I don't know how the fucking thing trades. I literally just saw the chart and I was like, this looks like a little quick short. And I hit it. And within like 20 seconds, I was up like $500. I was like, what is this sorcery?
Let's go. Call spreads are good.
It's $1,000 per point on micro.
I took the micro and it went down 5 points. So $5,000 from about start to finish for one contract.
That's crazy.
Right here. Yeah, $1.1 movement results in a $1,000 gain. So I was short at 76 point something and it went to 70, but let's just say I probably sold it even right here. It's at 71.5, 5 points. So yeah, it'd be $5,000 for that one contract. That's dumb.
I wish I would have done more.
I
had so many. I had enough puts that I bought on Friday that I was like, do I want more silver exposure? I scalped a little bit on one of my funded accounts last night, but once it was down 10%, I was like, okay, time to lay down and go to bed.
We were talking about this morning. Freaking shares in ZSL could have been a decent move. I don't know how the options.
I talked about that with somebody on Friday that does ZSL.
Yeah.
He got like a 15% gain on that, buying it in after hours.
Let's see how the options move.
Maria, the 6,900 marriage is officially over. It looks like in a late turn of events, he actually got to keep the house. She didn't. There was some incriminating messages that she actually cheated on him, so he's getting the house.
Getting a nice pop right here, just back into resistance though on SPY and Qs. I mean, this is the nice move and a nice pop. Just watch for a quick retracement. If we break in base over top of this spot right here.
Is it echoing for you?
I hear a little bit of an echo somewhere.
It might be because I'm blasting you guys in my headphones. No, you won't.
Whoop whoop. Oh.
Yeah.
I still hear it.
Tess?
It's not me.
Whoop.
Whoop. I don't know.
I sounded the police. Whoop. I don't think I hear it anymore.
Anyways,
eBay. Nice job. Nice work.
So for the people that are bullish, if this pushes up, this is going to look like a nice hold of the EMA 9. And the 20-day on QQQ. On SPX, you're kind of still under the previous all-time high and above the 6,900 at least. What's Joby doing? Joby. Joby. That looks gross.
Yeah, I'm still short, baby. I'm actually about to tweet it out right now.
Damn, son, why'd you long this?
I had $15 puts for January.
What was this pop at the open? Dude, they shorted. Look at this, dude. 15-minute can. Look at this 15-minute open. They shorted the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Slammed it.
God.
Slammed it.
Where's Wapender? Wapender only shows up on green candle days. And like we're slightly under previous day still, so he's just not here. Of course. I mean, look, from last week's high, we're only down 13.8% on Ondas. I love just skewing the argument to make it work in my favor when I just cherry picking the stats.
You took 30 SPX calls
Whoa.
at $1.90.
Amazon does look really interesting.
And sold them at 400. Holy shit. That's right.
Let's ride. This kind of has the inverse head and shoulders look to it.
eBay.
If this breaks over, like I think you can see this. I don't know if you're gonna fill this gap today, but I think you get to previous day low right here. Let's look at SPY. So we never touched previous day's low. We got pretty close. But if you look at this, here's your neckline with an hour left.
But then if we break and base over top of this, I think we'll see a decent close.
Yeah, now if we reject right here again, we just come right back down.
Now
everything's looking really perky though.
QQQ is in a 15-minute squeeze that is moving upside. It's also in a 30-minute squeeze that is also moving upside. Your QQQ. All right, if you go to Qs, go to the 30-minute, you should be able to draw a trend line for the lower highs. Your midpoint of that order block and trend line is probably going to line up around like 621.70. That'll be the spot that Qs needs to break and base over. If it does.
Right. Two things real quick before I go to that QQQ chart. One, MU, Izzy's in the chat over here. I see MU, boom, new high of day. Over a previous session high. That looks really good. And this daily is still super strong. And I know a lot of people were talking about memory and stuff earlier, but that's a very strong chart. 2 touches of the 50-day and then just an explosive move with the memory stuff. Second thing before I go to your QQQ chart, Edsman Archery Hawaii is probably my favorite name of the day in the chat over here. Aloha to you. That is my favorite name in the whole. This is what a great name. This guy's just shooting archery in Hawaii. I love that. Let's go. Shout out. All right, QQQ, KC 30-minute chart. I can eyeball the trend line that you're talking about. Pretty much, we're just going to draw it right there. Close enough for government work. Yeah, so what I would look for is if this can close somewhere up in here today, tomorrow, that full target gap fill.
What's that level right there? Is that like 621.60 something?
So
right back to where you just were at, above the big green candle. Yeah. What's that line?
621. This 621.86.
86. Okay. Close.
Which lines up pretty close to this.
Yeah.
Here. It's 6. Yeah.
I have 621.
This line is just based on. This is just based on IB for today, but it's funny how you see that line up pretty closely with other price action. Just like today's IB midpoint was basically pre-market lows. We are cranking. So a lot of people probably doubted the Santa rally. This is starting to look more Santa rally-ish, which just grinds up in the afternoon on low volume going into the new year. So we'll see now. This I expect to touch previous session low 623.14 at some point, and then your gap fill would take you to 623.84 on NQ. It's 834 and it is 867. If it rejects right here, right now, in the same spot, tomorrow you look for this to get tested and for lower. This is a pretty explosive move up here, though. You got like downtrend, you've got consolidation, you got a big hammer on the hourly, and then a big monster hourly candle that's going to close full body candle out of it. Little Kwanzaa rally, okay. I'm shocked you can't hear my kids screaming right now.
I can hear him talking.
Yeah, I know. Whenever I say something, it like comes through.
I heard someone just go, wow.
Dude, my brother-in-law finds the weirdest out of the blue gifts and just shows up with them like randomly. Like not on Christmas. They get like a normal gift and then just random. This guy, I think he lives on like Facebook Marketplace or something. I'll just send you this picture. There's like an inflatable teeter-totter seesaw thing. Doesn't even fit in our living room. Where do you even get that? Where do you get that? Apple's hourly chart does look solid too. This looks a lot like I've seen a lot of kind of inverse head and shoulder type of charts here.
We're flying. All my spreads are gonna expire.
Look at this Amazon. I mean, look at these 30-minute candles are looking good. Broadcom back over 350. This is a paper was watching this closely on Wednesday and Friday.
I closed it for a loss this morning.
Broadcom's going into the gap fill right now. Mm-hmm. That was a dirty wick down here, but
yeah. I didn't close it on the opening candle. I let it settle. When it kept rejecting 350 and then it came back down and closed underneath pre-market low again around 10:05. I closed it. They just sent it straight back up into the chop zone and now it's above 350 again.
Yeah, multiple rejections at the open. Took out pre-market low and held on down here. It's kind of a dirty chart though. Yeah. Still hasn't got through, but it was a dirty chart.
It just hit the weekly 21 EMA for the first time since the April dip. That was the reason on
Google just gap filled and went green.
Google just had some call flow come in. I meant to call it out. It was
and like Tesla.
Something crazy. Let me see.
Yeah, let me know if you find that. Right here, Tesla. These lows are the ones I showed on the daily chart while ago, right at those, the daily EMA and the SMA. You can see here on the 15-minute chart, holding it, pushing off of it, holding it again, trying to push off of it again. It's the intraday picture of what's going on. NVIDIA
Google,
back at.
It was the 330 calls for Google for 6/17/2027. You had multiple unusual orders come through, totaling
18 months out.
Yeah, they bought them for around $5,400 per contract. They bought about $7.5 million worth.
Why does this chart look kind of good to me? I mean, there's just a crude drawing of that right there. Look. Huh, look at that. I connected these two lows. Look where it hits. Here, let me get a higher time frame. Look at these two 3-hour candles right there. And then break down trend, back test, and hold it. Push away from it. Google looks good. It's tough because like I just don't have a whole lot of faith in the market to like just keep churning. But a lot of these charts starting to shape up pretty nicely.
Microsoft is pushing back up to the highs.
Just saw the entire market get a shooting star right there at the hourly close.
Yeah, SPY closed right underneath the level. Qs did as well. Amazon's trying to get a little perky. I don't mind retaking AVGO.
Silver looking like, I don't know, silver. Like, here's what I'll say about silver. This, here, let me go to, here's SLV. You haven't touched the 9 EMA in a month. You went on a parabolic run and flew up here. I started buying puts here because look how extended you are from everything, and look at the move that you made. And also I drew some fibs and stuff on this thing from like the monthly chart, and it was like hitting stuff. Actually, here, I'll just do that for the exercise here. Here's the monthly silver chart. Look at that. Monthly silver chart. This is from April of 2011. Your weekly chart looked like this. Okay, I'll start buying some puts. You're so overextended from everything. You know, our RSI is like off the charts. And that played out pretty quickly. Now, in my opinion, if you are trying to long this, hopefully you have a very short scalpy time frame. Other than that, you're too late to long, and you're probably too late to short right now.
Got an hour left.
Ooh, we are in power hour.
I think I'm gonna go try and redeem myself from the last time I tried to go get a quesadilla. And I'm gonna get one today, bro.
Hey, can you give me like 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, you're good. I wasn't leaving right now. You're fine. I'll hang out. I'm hanging out. Don't worry. I am hanging out. Spreads are at 1 cent. Let's go. Best case scenario there. Started ripping. I think I finally finished a 3-month project. Let's go, Joe. Let's go. This should put me...
Oh, dude, that's so cool. Canva has AI now?
Yeah, dude, you see that? It's cool.
Yeah,
huh?
I just typed in, I went to go make like a trade recap sheet, and I couldn't find one that I liked, so it said try Canva AI, and I said okay. I was like, can you make me a stock trading recap document for me to keep track of my stock trades? And it just built me a whole document, and it just says trading recap, my name, the date, my information. I can input overall market overview, my goals for the day, and then it gave me a whole thing for performance, total trades, winning, losing, win rate, total profit, loss, average gain per each one. Input all of the trades here on this sheet, and then gives me a whole review, the best trade of the day, what I saw, what worked out, worst trade of the day, what didn't work. And then at the bottom right here, emotional and psychological notes, mindset before I traded, emotional state during the trades, and then post-trading reflection on the day. That's pretty cool. Let's go. I like this.
My wife lives on Canva as a teacher, cuts her work time in half. Yeah, I bet. Sada burrito, no rice, extra meat. I'm doing chicken quesadilla, but it's not your normal quesadilla. This quesadilla is like an inch thick. Got everything in it. I cannot wait. If they're not open, you guys are not gonna see me again. If they're not open, you will not see me any further. I think Jordy's just gone. I need one, bro. It's been too long. Haven't eaten one in months. I can't believe there's still an hour left. I feel like we should be closing the market right now. But it was a good day. Made some money on the futures. Made some money on the spreads. We did it all. Positive GX right now on ES. FOMC meeting minutes tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. Probably a nothing burger. Hasn't really done anything in the past, so I'm not expecting too much tomorrow, but I don't know. Maybe I end up exiting spreads early just in case. We'll see. We will see.
KC, look at your text.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
It's like a blow up seesaw thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know where.
You have to have a field day with that thing.
Yeah, that thing's dope. He's loving it.
Yeah. He's just sitting there. Dude, my son is deep in Minecraft these days. Deep. He plays with one hand too. Like he plays on the iPad, but like you're supposed to like use one thumb to like move your guy, and the other thumb you go like up and down or look around with. This dude's just one handing it, just flying around.
No way, bro.
Dude, just index finger. He like moves and then he's quick with it though. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
We got him a sick little. I'll send you a picture later. There's this little like, it's like blocks and it's like a lamp that goes beside his bed that he got for Christmas.
Yeah.
And like the blocks, you can like move them around, and stack them, and like whenever you plug one block into the other, it like makes it light up.
That's so cool. Hell yeah. Kid's stoked.
He does. He plays a little Roblox because I think one of his cousins does or something. But
gotcha.
I don't know. I like the Minecraft one a little bit better.
Minecraft's fun.
He does too.
It's a good game.
He tells me all this stuff about it. And one, I don't know Minecraft. So he starts telling me all these stuff and I'm like, oh, okay. But he's also telling me it in Spanish. So I'm also like, I don't really even recognize some of the names for the words of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I watched him build a house out of dynamite and blow it up. It was pretty sweet though. Yes, this is definitely my kid.
It's definitely my kid.
First thing I would have done too. Oh, these are TNT blocks. I'm just gonna build something. Nice and make a big
of course.
Explosion.
You build a giant house and you blow it the fuck up. Yeah.
Per day.
eBay. Another new high day.
eBay.
We're pushing.
Dude, I used to live stream Minecraft like when multiplayer was brand new. When that was a new thing. Oh, I was like one of the freaking first Minecraft YouTube and motherfuckers.
Dude, I think I played it like one time. There was like a bunch of guys who used to play Call of Duty with.
Dude, you
back
can
in the
find
day.
live streams of me when I'm like 7 years old, dude. Just
I don't
sitting
doubt
there
it.
playing Minecraft, bro, with
You
my
grew up in
buddies
a
on
little. You grew up in
Skype.
a different era than me.
Bro, I grew up in a crazy era.
You're Gen Z, sir.
If you guys are smart enough, you can literally find that whole YouTube channel that I have.
Casey, how old are you now?
Playing Splag. Who remembers Splag?
30.
Oh, dirty 30. Hit that
Dirty
third floor.
30.
So you were born in what, 95?
95, yeah.
So you're still technically in my generation, I guess. Fringe. Oh, life is different north of 30. Yeah, I told Casey, I asked him the morning he turned 30, I asked him if his check engine light came on. Dude, you hit 30 and that check engine light on your body just turns on. Your back, your knees, elbows.
Did that take 3 losses or 2? Why can I not find this? Oh, Zeta's at entry. That's why.
I ripped the Zetas.
Fucking eBay, dude. Oh my god.
eBay's about to hit that target, isn't it?
Let's go, eBay.
Oh, there it is. eBay just hit the target that I would be trimming at.
Let's go.
What a trade. What a beautiful day. This is just a great day.
This was a really good day.
I mean, both sides got some. Look at that. Nice. Both sides got some action. So, like, I mean, I guess if you were long pre-market, there was an opening pump. There was a nice dip. I know some people probably try to long this. There was a second opportunity to short. This is the one that I took right here. And then I took the SPX ones down here. And then somebody was waiting on this to play out and did this and had a nice afternoon move. We all win. Everyone wins. Pulled a muscle trying to scratch my back yesterday. I believe it. Threw out my back at 35, just opening a dog. 07 was the worst. I was 08. I graduated 08. Like, when you say silver's ripping, and we haven't even gotten to the opening range high, I'm so confused. Ghost, I know you're long. You got to be long. What's the futures look like? I mean, this is a big move, but the move is bigger than it looks because of how far look at this. 15%. That's a crazy drawback. How much are we up off the low though, Joe? 3. Those are big moves. I feel like 06 to like 2010 was like the perfect. If Facebook came out while you were in high school, you're like in the perfect generation for both sides. If you're like Jordan and you were born after 9/11 happened, you're just in a different world than me.
Different world.
I really just pushed over a baby. just stiff arm the shit out of one of them.
Uh-oh.
I heard it.
Boom. Hit the Heisman on him.
Mm-hmm. She really be mean. UBTO, MRVL. Data.
Why don't we take all these gains we made today and go open up a daycare in Minnesota? Ooh, IWM's breaking out. Change the structure. Finally broke 250. No longer has lower highs. What's the daily look like on the old Rusty? Doesn't excite me. The Dow actually looks better than anything. What is the big bank? The big banks pulled back, but what are they? How bad? Oh yeah, I can't touch that.
Can't touch it. Can't touch it.
Go to the old daily watch list here. IBM still looks pretty good. That's one of my favorite positions. Qualcomm cannot get going. The 50-day. God, I almost want to take a shot and like risk this low.
And MMM.
Is CRM finally going to break out, Casey? Look at this.
Dude, I know. It's been trying. It's just slow.
Yeah.
But it looks good on the weekly.
Semi,
Looks great on the weekly.
yeah. Taiwan Semi still pretty strong up here near the highs. I still like Uber, even though it's not doing much. Still like it. Palantir might put in a decent little hammer here off of the 20-day. Where's Hoodie? Hoodie back in the box. Hims sucks.
Where is him?
DraftKings, it's under 30. It's at 34. It's back under that 35 level again.
I'm looking to short it. I just haven't taken it yet.
Dude, it looks like a short to like 30, to be honest.
That's what my target is. Yeah, 31 to 30 will be where I'm exiting.
Yeah, I was scared it's going to like double bottom, but dude, you guys remember that? I remember like, yeah, pre 9/11, you'd like take somebody to the airport, you'd like walk all the way to the gate with them. Like,
oh yeah, you could do that, huh?
Yeah. Dude. No,
That's
the worst
crazy.
was like, I remember one year like my aunt was trying to fly in for like Christmas or something. And we went to pick her up and we were like waiting at the gate, just staring out the window, looking at every plane land, wondering if it's her plane. And she was delayed for like 2 hours. We just sat there at the gate at the airport waiting to pick her up for like 2 hours. And then like you could greet people like coming down the jet bridge or whatever. Like, so you're like at the gate and they would like come down the jet bridge and then like one person would come and like a whole family would come out and like hug them. And like your person's like 5 people behind them, just like trying to get through. And you're just like doing the whole, looking over thing like this. Just like,
that's so funny.
it was wild times, much different times.
Could do that while smoking a cigarette. That's what I miss. Gosh, I would love to just be on a plane and just fucking
smoke a cigarette on the plane.
Dude, Siggy at dinner. Siggy whenever. Bro, life would be good. That's why I want to go.
When I grew up,
I want to go to Italy because they're just like eating and smoking and doing everything. I love it. I want that. That's what I want to go enjoy.
So I remember, like, growing up as a kid, you go to a restaurant, you would go in and they'd ask you if you wanted smoking or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There was like
whole thing.
I remember there was like some restaurants my parents wouldn't go to because like there wasn't a non-smoking section or it was like too close. Like they hated the smell or whatever, which I didn't care for it either. But like I remember there was like certain restaurants that had a non-smoking section that was like way more secluded and others that didn't.
I don't know. It's just like it's a whole different vibe.
Just crazy. Go get in like a 95 Toyota and look, and there's like ashtrays.
Yeah, bro. Totally.
Like ashtrays in the door.
Yeah.
all
they
those
got
like
the cigarette lighter in there. Fucking, you don't even have that in new cars anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, they got rid of all the cigarette lighters. They're just all whatever you want to call it. They're all like, you call it DC outlets or whatever. Ooh, IWM just got stuffed when it tried to break out there. Stuffed.
I thought it hurt everybody's chest that much, Joe. Poor guy. Fuck.
Oh, dude, Hardee's has some great biscuits and gravy. Hardee's is super underrated breakfast, by the way. If you've never been, it's Carl's Jr. if you live, I guess, on the other side of the country. I don't remember which side of the country is which. We have Hardee's where I'm from. I have Carl's Jr. down here. But dude, the Hardee's or Carl's Jr. breakfast, super underrated. So QQQ looks like a bull flag on the 5 minute. Kind of, yeah. Not a bad little spot right here. Do you remember when cars didn't have seats? So I remember my grandfather was like super old school. He had a farm, grew up on a farm, like middle of nowhere, like super old school. Paid cash for everything his entire life. I remember like a couple of his trucks didn't have seatbelts. And then I remember my mom, one of the first cars I remember that my mom had was a Honda Accord, and the seatbelt went on the little track when you open the door. I don't know if you guys ever saw one of those, but like when you sat down and closed the door, the seatbelt like went down this track and like the shoulder belt went across you. And then whenever you open the door,
my buddy used to have one of those. It was
dope. Dude.
It was so sick, bro. And it would just like, it's so like futuristic, CB.
Dude, my mom was mobbing in the Honda Accord back in the day with that. She had a bag phone. You guys probably never saw a bag phone.
Phone is crazy.
When cell phones like were first coming out, they had bag phones. It was like an entire phone in a bag with a giant antenna on the back of the car.
What's the best dispensary in Cali? Well, I don't know if it's in Cali, actually. I think it's technically in Nevada because it's in Vegas. I don't know if it's...
Biscuits and gravy. Unfortunately, it was they discontinued. Dude, California sucks. How do you discontinue biscuits and gravy? Dude, I would short Carl's Jr. if I could. That's crazy. Just short California.
Short California, bro.
Tommy, I don't know how old you are, but I guarantee I have probably as much in common with you as I do with Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Show Jordan a pager, see if he knows what it is. I know what a pager is, okay, but not because I've used it or seen people use it, only because of TV shows.
Yeah, we had two-way
Grey's
radios
Anatomy and doctor shows because doctors use pagers.
So like before I had a cell phone, we had like the two-way radios, and I'd leave the house and like go down the street to like a friend's house, or like we'd ride four-wheelers or whatever. And I would leave one in my house and I would take the other one with me, and that's how my parents would like call me to tell me like come home for dinner or whatever.
That's crazy. It
was a two-way radio.
Pager, dude.
Then I got a cell phone.
Pager,
dude. So I'm closer to you in age, Tommy, than I am to Jordan.
Jordy remembers flip phones. Yeah, my first phone was a flip phone. I didn't have anything special. I didn't come out and like have an iPhone first phone. I'm not that young, but
you probably got a phone when you were like 9.
I had like 3 or 4 phones before I ever got a smartphone of any kind.
Walkie-talkie. Walkie like a talkie. I remember the side. I remember the Nextel. All the construction workers had that Nextel with the little beep, little chirp. It was like a walkie-talkie Nextel. Like just chirp, and the contractor would be like, "Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Hey, boss, we got 3 yards of extra concrete over here." So like, guys, come for the trades and just stay for the nostalgia and just.
Yeah, right.
We're just a crew just hanging out.
We're just hanging out. I mean, especially with the market that's doing right now. We're just chilling.
I remember
the decent morning, though. I mean, there were some good moves.
Dude, I think everyone had a chance to get a decent trade off today.
Yeah, I didn't get that played the long I wanted early in the morning to London High because we basically just opened up and ripped there. So,
dude, that pissed me off.
The short. Pissed me off too because we did that last week too.
Well, I was gonna try to short it
in my heart, and then they turn it and they dig, and it just.
I was gonna start shorting at 8:30, and it stopped at like 8:15, 8:20. It stopped like right there.
Bro, I can't do anything when the market just opens and just rips to target like that. Like, I can't.
Dude, it happened last week too. Remember that? Was it last Wednesday?
Dude, last Wednesday, last Tuesday it happened, last Monday it happened too. It's just Monday I chased it and actually got into it.
There's 87.50 on eBay. The calls are at 50% here.
But like, I don't know, it's weird. It's been like giving you this half-ass setup in pre-market where it's like any other time I'd be waiting for market open and waiting for like real
hold on
setup, and then we just open up, do it. And just, But we
I had
trades regardless.
Like I have one of these right here.
The fuck is that? Oh wait, CD
Sony Walkman.
Oh yeah, I did. I had one of these too. Actually,
hand strap. Now. It had a hand strap on it.
Yeah, you dug it out of my memory. Yes, I remember these. My parents like gave it to me when I was really young.
Yep, I had this exact one right here.
Yeah, bro, I remember those.
Dude, and the headphones. I had these. Yeah, dude, I had this right here. I was listening to Nelly Country Grammar on this thing.
Oh my gosh. It's only 12:30, bro. Run this next 30 minutes.
And that ProFast, that anti-skip was baller, because before that, dude, you would like hit a speed bump or something. You'd be on a bus, whatever. You'd hit a speed bump, and like it would just, the whole song would just get stuck.
Yeah.
It would like just skip around. You're like, That anti-skip was huge.
Anti-skip was huge.
Yeah, dude, mine had that anti-skip, and I was like, yeah, you could actually like walk around and move with it, and it wouldn't just like skip out of nowhere. How about this? I had a boombox, a little portable boombox, and it ran off of D batteries. It had a tape player and a CD player in the top. But what I would do is I would listen to the radio, and a song that I like would come on, and I would record it onto the cassette tape. And so I made a cassette tape with all of my favorite songs recorded off of the radio. And then I could go outside and just play those anytime I wanted instead of having to listen to the radio all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, I bet most of us in this crew had LimeWire at some point and ruined a laptop or two. I did, for sure. I remember Kazaa came out. What was the other one? Napster. It was Napster and Kazaa, and then LimeWire. And LimeWire was really the big one. And then like BitTorrents came out, and there was FrostWire. And now here we are in 2025 shorting drone stocks. So.
Bet you Jordy never watched a vintage box TV. Only at my grandparents. I never had one. The only thing I did have though was the like vintage box VCR. I think something like
that.
The
TV with the VCR player in the bottom.
Remember, yeah, it had like and it was the big ass like all the movies for it were like these big plastic cases for them. Like,
oh yeah, dude! I had all the Disney movies. I had all the Disney movies.
That's
King,
what I remember very vividly.
That was like Dalmatians.
That was my first TV in my room. Was one of those, basically. But I remember the box TV only because the vintage ones only because like my grandparents had it. That shit was horrible. I worked at Blockbuster. Oh, I remember Blockbuster. Oh, the best.
Dude, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
Magnavox is
God,
crazy.
You'd rent a game, you'd never take it back. You just take it.
Did you rent a game? You had a week to try to beat the stupid game.
Yeah.
You'd just be grinding.
Grinding, bro.
Yeah, dude, like my parents, like in our house, we had, when I was a kid, we had it was like it looked like a piece of furniture. It was like wood, wood box with the TV in it. It sat on the floor. And my grandmother had one too, but like I remember we had one at our house when I was a kid. I remember Gamefly. I remember that came out. RCA, Magnavox, all these old brands, dude. I remember all of them. Panasonic. LimeWire, yes. That was the best way to... Really what happened... So, like, I remember one of my best friends, he lived across the street from me. And he had FrostWire. He's the one that figured out, like, he was one of the first people I know that figured out how to do the BitTorrents or whatever, where you would download, like, entire albums and stuff and movies and all that. And that's when like iTunes started blocking things, so we had to like figure out how to like convert and like get around all this stuff, and we did. But he forgot to turn off like the seed hosting on LimeWire and FrostWire, so it was like everything he downloaded was also like uploading to everyone else. He got a cease and desist letter. His parents got a cease and desist letter from the FBI.
Oh fuck. Yeah,
they shut that down quick. But it's because he like downloaded all these movies, and then like they like found his internet activity. It was crazy high because it was like hosting all the downloads for other people.
I heard about some shit like that.
He forgot to turn it off.
A few people I know as well. That shit is no joke. But it was so like accessible for anybody to do.
What is EVLV? 1 billion market cap, just came off the 200-day, pulling back. Couldn't hold. So I don't like that it couldn't hold any of the EMAs just from the chart structure here. But I do see this bullish engulfing here. Casey, would this be a Morningstar? So you have you have like a downtrend, then you have the tiny. It's not really a Morningstar, but it's like the downtrend, the tiny. This is a reversal pattern of some type.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Morningstar just because the candle on the left side, you want to You want to see the red candle there. You want to see that have more of a, honestly, the candle before that, the larger red body is what you want to see.
You want to see this.
You want to see the larger red body, then you want to see that doji or neutral candle in the middle, and then you want to see the reflection of that red body, another green, looking good for that reversal.
It's not a bad looking chart. This was a bear flag that just kind of started playing out on the weekly. This is like, so like, I'm trying to remember. So this is like, paper games would be all over this as far as like the chart setup, because you have big down candles in an uptrend, then you have an inside candle, and then you have a 3-bar. So this is a 2-1-3 reversal on the strat. That's what I was picturing. So I don't hate that. Oh, dial-up internet, dude. I remember every night after dinner, I would like go disconnect the phone and plug it into the computer and hit that dial-up and wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Wee-oo, wee-oo. You could, like, I was talking to the moon.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to leave right when MOC comes out because I'm going to go get my quesadilla.
I hear you. I have
and I just want to make sure that MOC doesn't go nuts. But these spreads should expire worthless. Beautiful day.
But yeah, I had the dial up. I had when it was MSN Messenger first, then it became Windows Messenger. And then I also had that AIM or whatever, the AOL one. So update that status to some song lyric, of course. Yeah, 2 phone. Yeah. Well, I remember after a while, then when call waiting came out. So like we had caller ID, but then call waiting came out. When call waiting came out, if I was on dial up, somebody called, it would like pop up on the computer, and I'd like, if it was somebody we needed to answer, I'd have to like disconnect the internet, connect it back in real fast, pick up the phone. Or wrote to, I think everyone had that rotary phone, like had that phone back in the day that had like a 50-foot cord that you could just go anywhere in the house with. Like they're just long.
That shit is crazy.
Lockheed Martin and somebody just had a headline. Lululemon.
Little bit of Lulu.
Ooh. Basing above this. Lululemon, I kind of like this.
Yeah, Lulu, there's announcements on board shakeup today.
Oh, is that what it was, Frank?
The board, they're realigning the board. The old chairman or the past chairman's trying to realign the board, take back control, change it up. I think it's probably a good catalyst.
That's usually a good catalyst. Look, the EMA 9 just caught up on the daily. This support is right here. Usually, you get a shake up in a company that's been struggling. It's usually positive. People start to believe they can actually turn it around. Tesla taking out the lows.
I think that's a swing short.
Go retest half back of the range.
Another $6 lower.
There's spot is.
There's a gap fill down here.
$20 lower, 440.80.
This next gap fill will be on X456.
Yeah.
Which is 455, 454 is where all those fibs lined up that I was drawing earlier.
I feel like starting a short here would be like shorting the hole in this thing, but
it's tough because like
it's really tough.
That gap fills like right there.
I think it's going to get an initial reaction off the 460 cycle level and then give me a pop to short the higher or the lower high, and then get in for a potential short. I don't think I'm chasing it right here. But it still.
The problem is I'm just not
like short.
I'm not convinced that the market's just going to go higher right now.
But we're saying you're not convinced. You think it's going to come in, or do you think?
I think it can come in more.
Right. Before it goes higher. I agree.
Yeah,
I think it might go
higher,
I think it might come in a little bit.
If it just starts going higher from here, I think it's just going to be like marginally floating higher with low volume. And I don't think there's going to be a real edge to any trades there. Like if I want a real trade setup, I need it to like come down here and then show a buy reaction off of like the 50-day 616 area. And then like SPY and SPX, like you had a pullback, but you didn't even make it to the daily 9 yet. Which if this just pushes up tomorrow, then the daily 9 could look like it touched, but this volume is so low.
Q's rejection in that zone playing out. Here's your 5-minute 21.
So don't tell me Bitcoin's still dying and I'm not in. I should be way shorter than I am. Oh my God. I should be so short.
Bye-bye, Mr. Bitcoin.
Ethereum 50-day rejection. That looks terrible. Bitcoin can't even really get to the 50-day, but that's as close as it's been since it lost it or since it backtested it.
Let's wait till the new year.
Dude, if you invert this chart, it's got to look good, bullish, right?
Looks good if you invert it.
Well,
looks good. Don't that look like it want to break highs?
It doesn't look like a long. Tell me it doesn't look like a long.
Tell me that don't look like it want to break highs.
Dude, this looks like a. I mean, dude, this thing looks like it's gonna explode higher. Dude, look at a giant cup and handle. I'm sorry for the Bitcoin people, but there's nothing bullish about this chart. The market's at all-time highs. There's nothing bullish going on here. The only positive argument you could even try to make is the fact that it's been consolidating for a month. But it's stuck in this box right here. And every pop gets sold so fast. Look at MSTR. Oh my God.
Oh, it's cooked. Bye-bye.
Oh no. Oh no.
Bye-bye now.
When is the next full moon? When is the next full moon?
Yeah, when is the next full moon, huh?
probably another week or so.
Dude,
Saturday
you know
the
what?
3rd.
You know what you should do to
Oh, it's the
Bitcoin or
Wolf Supermoon.
MSTR's
Oh, it's
chart?
the Wolf Supermoon.
The Wolf Supermoon?
We have to be live.
Saturday night or Wolf Supermoon. What were you saying about MSTR?
I was gonna say you should make a post where you have like Bitcoin or MSCR's chart, and then you take the meme from the movie Elf where it says, "Bye, buddy. I hope you find your dad."
Please, yes. Oh, fuck.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Oh, Watt Bender. Where's Watt Bender? He'd be able to make that.
He would.
What's Weeble doing these days? Oh. I gotta get my year-long picks in, Jordan, for by Thursday.
By Thursday?
Yeah.
What picks are tonight? Just normal picks?
Yeah, just weekly picks tonight. I have no idea what I'm picking this week.
I got fucked, I think, because I picked Tesla. Yeah.
Chat, what chat? I need 2 picks from tomorrow's open till next Monday. Short Bitcoin.
BTCZ? Long?
Short Coinbase.
Connell.
Oh, I gotta bounce. I gotta bounce here in a second once MLC comes out.
Yeah, me too.
COIG. Oh yeah, let me get that pulled up for you guys. 1 minute. 1 minute till the MOC.
1 minute.
God, Tessie's giving it up like a freaking crack whore on a late Friday night right now.
Several things are actually Tesla, bye-bye. IWM, right back towards the lows.
Oh, hey, remember that call flow on INTC earlier, Jordan?
Yes.
New high a day, Intel.
Shit. Oh, it's
right at the daily 9 though.
Yeah, it's getting a pop up to retest the daily EMAs, but it just had a nice move
Dude,
back
look at
up
this
to the
month-
equal high.
Look at this monthly. What is that?
Let's see.
All right.
Here's
MOC.
MOC.
NVIDIA is a big buy side. Path buy side. Nubank. Rivian's a sell side. Intel.
INTC. Do you know what that means?
Intel's a buy.
It certainly looks like it is.
Wonder what the overall was.
S&P 420 million buy side, Nasdaq 350 million to the buy side.
Small.
Dude,
400 and 300.
I actually like that for a swing. Not gonna lie.
What? Intel?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, these 616 puts are going to expire worthless. Let's go. Love that. I am going to go get a quesadilla, so I'm going to back out of here. But Amp, I'll see you on Stock Picks in an hour.
Yeah.
And everybody else, we'll see you tomorrow bright and early on Spaces, and then stream rest of the day. We love y'all.
All right,
sure
Jordan.
Liking and subbing. I'll see y'all later.
Later, Jordan.
CrowdStrike looks bad. DraftKings new low.
Let me go see something.
Ooh, Palantir. Poor Palantir. Just can't. What are the like? What's quantum stocks are still a short? Yep. ASTS. Space stocks. RKLB. What's Rocket Lab? Down 1%. You remember this stock that everybody was pumping there for a while?
ASST.
Dude, they
they
were pumping this thing back here, down 40%. It's so stupid.
I got a biggity bounce, but before I go, I'm gonna take a small position on INTC here. $40 calls, February 20th. What's Tessie doing into the close? She's selling. Oh,
Microsoft
Tessie.
selling.
Oh,
Everything's
460.
selling.
460 coming up, Tessie.
So like Microsoft selling. Nvidia had the buy side. Tesla new lows.
Tesla, January 16 puts.
Google are okay. Amazon's getting sold. Broadcom just got sold hard. It's trying to bounce. Is it? Oh,
Well, I
Ooh.
took Teslas this morning. I took the 380s. Still looks good.
Amazon doesn't look bad here. Holding the 50-day, consolidating right under this resistance. Look at this guy. It shows up for the last 6 minutes of the day.
I'm still waiting for the deposit into my kid's tuition account.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm trying to figure out why you didn't listen to your own kids.
I should have.
Told me to go. His kids told me to go short last night at the literal high of the night.
That was the high of the night, actually.
Oh, it was like when we were talking. It was literally it was this pump right here. This candle was when we were talking. Right
That's
here.
wild. That is
Which
wild.
was the exact. I mean, that was the high of the night. We only went down 200 points from there.
Only
200, about 250 actually.
only 200 points.
Who wants to swing
Yeah.
silver calls?
I actually
No.
think silver is going to rip people's faces off. They're trying to short right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're trying to short here, you're late.
Yep.
If you're trying to long here, I think you're playing a scalper bounce only. I don't think it's going to get any follow through.
I thought it was pretty wild that ZSL had like its highest volume last Friday ever. Right? Or was that ever? Or was
Yeah.
that like since 2021?
Look, here's ultra short silver. Look at the daily. Look at his volume.
That's insane.
Dude, what is that?
That's an insane volume. It could just be a hedge. So I would be careful too.
Dude, you can't
Someone
even
could just be hedging their long position in silver.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people were doing.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe I have a different feed from you guys, but all weekend I was seeing people were like, and it's mostly centered around retail. A lot of people wanting to short silver, and
No, I kept seeing. I saw everyone in the world talking about it, and
Yeah.
it's like, and the people that were like bullish on it, there were still people saying like, "Oh, it's going much higher from here." I'm like, dude, it just like
yeah,
it's up 50% in the last 40 days. Like, what are we?
My only concern is that I remember in 2021 when Platinum or Palladium, I forget which one, was making crazy highs.
Look, remember when gold? So look, here's what gold did too. So gold did this. It went on its crazy run. It had a big sell day off of bearish engulfing. It gapped up one more time and then got crushed. So like, if that's the case, if you go back to the silver chart,
that's what I think is going to happen.
If that's the case, you're gonna get like a candle here, and then it's gonna do this.
That's what I think.
So like, if you're trying to play that, maybe, but I don't know. I can't long with good risk reward here. Are
you looking at the? Is that the 20 EMA?
This is a 9 EMA, dude. We can't even touch it.
Okay.
If you go to the futures, here's what the futures. I mean, God.
It has to close below that, the 21 EMA. Like, that's the only way I would touch a short.
But just like, here's literally a month ago. It's 72% move.
Yeah. I don't know why people want to short this stuff.
Because it needs a pullback. It's overextended on every.
I know, but like, just calling the top is just insanely hard to do.
Well, you don't have to call the top, but the way I did it was I bought puts on Friday afternoon. And I sprayed them out over time. So I had like some 65s that were shorter dated and have some 60s that were out to like February. And I was planning, if we got a gap up today, I was planning to add more. But since it just, started working, I just covered it all. So I'm flat.
Yeah. That's good. But you needed that move.
Yeah. I mean, but even if I could have like added more here and got it a few days down the road or a week down the road, I would have been fine.
Oh no, I'm just waiting.
But when gold
I grabbed some Tesla 410 puts for January 16th for a small swing right here before market close. eBay also ripping $88 calls are about to go in the money here. I got 40 seconds. I'm going to take another one off of eBay and I'm going to swing the rest. Contracts at 200 here.
Boom. Yeah, gold. Here's the gold, like the futures. Same thing. Pushed back up the next day and then got absolutely smoked. And then consolidated for what? Basically a month? No, 2 months.
Yeah, I think it's consolidated. But I still think silver's going to rip people's faces off.
I think it's going to punish anybody that buys here.
Buys or you short?
Pops. No, I think it could pop. There's the closing bell. I think it could pop tomorrow and be another short.
Yeah, no, I think that's what's going to happen. That you're going to have an insane rip your face off rally tomorrow in silver, or maybe tonight. Maybe it'll happen tonight when China opens. But I got to be honest, though, the amount of people that are trying to short silver right now, the people who are saying they're going to short silver there are people who are saying they're going to short or they're waiting for their short, which, okay, patience pays off, whatever. But it's like a lot of these people have no experience shorting commodities. Like no experience.
This was the short.
Yeah, there you go.
If you missed it there, you probably need it back here or back up here again.
I think if you get that close below the 21 EMA, I think that might be time. Premiums will be cheaper too. If you do.
So that's the other problem is if the volatility gets sucked out, then puts could go in your favor and you still don't get that big of a move.
Yep. No, I was looking at the premium.
That's why I had to time it the way I did.
Yeah, I think if we kind of like not like sell off, but if we kind of like drift lower below the 21 EMA, then premiums will be cheaper. So the options will be cheaper. You can even buy in the money put options, whatever. And you could have time in your favor and whatever. And even if it goes up, you're still not going to lose that much from there because Ivy's going to go. Like it's a way better setup after it's made a significant move to the downside versus like timing the exact top.
All right, guys. I gotta bounce.
Later.
Later. I'll see you
See
tomorrow.
you, Casey.
Later.
Where's J Dog?
Jordan just left to go get a quesadilla. I'm about to close it up here and go jump on Stocks on Spaces, and we have stock picks tonight. Actually,
He said that he's leaving to get a quesadilla.
yeah.
Did I win this competition? Let's see. I forgot what my picks were. I had
I was in second. I think Ariel was winning. Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember he had a pretty good choice.
Oh,
there.
you got smoked.
I did.
Yeah.
Was I short Micron?
CETX.
CETX. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
ooh.
why. And I even said in there, I'm not in this position, right? I'm just swinging the bat, and obviously missed. Wow, that did not go anywhere. I'm very glad I did not take that advice. Actually, I generally never take stock tips from people.
Here's the best pick of the week.
Oh, somebody went long silver junior minors. You did?
Short. Ariel went SILJ short.
Oh, he got super lucky.
So
Oh
this
wait,
is
no,
where
actually, he
this
went
is where the competition opened. His drawdown was only 0.8.
Wow. Wow, so that was the best pick, a 7% move.
6.79. I'm in second place. I had XLF, which was flat, and I had TMF.
Yeah, Charzy went up a little bit.
Well, it was nice because I got a gap down to here.
Yeah. Oh, you got lucky.
Like I picked it here, but it gapped down the next morning and then pushed up.
You got so lucky on that one.
So I got second place. Who's third place? Third place is Chris. Toast and Viserve. They're both red, but at least they're there.
They're the least
got-
red.
They were the least red. We got smoked as a group. All right, team. I'll be live first thing in the morning tomorrow. Shout out Sam joining us here at the end. Sam doing the solid report over on the Wolf Financial YouTube. Should go check that out. It's a good watch. I like to watch it at night. I'm usually giving a bottle to my daughter.
You give your
Sports are
daughter a
done for the
bottle
night.
and then you watch it. That's how stressful it is.
No, I when I get stuck on the couch about 9:30,
Yeah.
10 p.m. Sports are done for the night. It's usually bottle go to sleep time. Put it on the phone or the TV and just sit right here with the bottle and catch up on what happened.
I think you'll enjoy the first few
Well,
seconds of it and the last few
What'd
seconds.
you hit on today?
So
give
the
us a little
first few
teaser.
seconds, I did the winning touchdown play from Purdy, and then
Oh,
the last few
nice.
seconds I did the losing touchdown play from I did a losing touchdown play from them.
There it is, right there. Is that Trump?
Yeah, it's Trump.
That's
Kudos.
classic.
Kudos to Nano Bananas.
That is classic. All right. Definitely go check out. It's on the Wolf Financial. It's under live
Look,
streams.
go ahead and play real quick. Go ahead and just play the first.
I don't want to get copy. Am I going to get copyrighted for this?
No, it's our channel.
Yeah, but is this copyrighted content?
Oh yeah, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play
Get that off my screen.
it.
You're demonetized over here.
As
Thanks,
soon as
Sam.
the
Way to
video-
go. No, I'm just kidding.
As
I
soon
can
as
cut
the
that out.
video
It'll
is
be
done-
fine.
Yeah, as soon as the video is done, just take that out. But yeah, you don't have to play right now.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it myself though. All right, we're gonna jump over to Stocks on Spaces for a little bit. About an hour from now, we'll have stock picks for the week. We'll see what Sam. I don't know what I'm gonna pick, to be honest.
I have no idea.
I may,
what I'm
I may
gonna pick.
run this back. I may run back this this same.
I have a feeling that if I just go flat on the week, that I'd win.
Yeah, can I just pick cash.
No,
Just
big
take
Esco.
take
Esco.
Dixie.
Or no, UUP.
I think. Oh God! Why did that?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Dividend payout. Not
That actually
UUP.
might
What's
recover.
what's that cash one? I don't know. Escov. I mean, Escov, you could still lose. You could still lose with Escov. Oh no, you'll win.
Dude, you'll be flat for sure.
Yeah, you're a guaranteed winner if you're Escov for this week.
There you go. All right. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow the Wolf Trading X account. We are. How many are we away now? $56 away from 30K. I want that by Thursday. End of the year.
Someone asked.
We're almost at 3,000 subs on here. What's
Someone
up?
asked what Tesla puts did he do? I think he did January 410 puts on Tesla. I believe that was his trade. Casey.
I don't think he went that far out of the money.
Yeah, I think I did 410.
Um,
I mean, you don't really need a big move. He's going to close them tomorrow. That's a disgusting looking chart. Actually, would be a good trade.
he did take 410. All right, good call. I just double checked his. Shout out to KC. All right, Sam, appreciate you. I'll see you over on the other spaces. Make sure you guys check out the Wolf Financial YouTube as well. Solid report. Great news show. Glad we have that going on. Great to have Sam making content with us, putting stuff out there for the people, for the Wolf Pack. All right. Sorry, I just heard a headline. It's nothing. All right.
Later.